time, not a penny to give. I leave this all behind, love her as long as I live. Someday we'll go down together, buried side by side. If you agree, the law relieves the end of her and from heartbreak, some people have suffered, from weariness died. But take it all in all, our troubles small, till we get like Bonnie and Clyde. Someday we'll go down together, buried side by side. If you agree, the law relieves the end of her and I. Someday we'll go down together, buried side by side. If you agree, the law relieves the end of her and I. The end of her and I. If she returned the time, not a penny to give, I leave this all behind, love her.
You're listening to Illini Hockey on WPGU 1071.
And good evening and welcome inside the Illinois Ice Arena on the campus of the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. Alongside Eric Fisher, I'm Stephen Cohn, and tonight we have some Illini hockey presented by WPGU 1071 and YouTube. It's the start of a weekend series between the number 8 ranked University of Illinois and the Illinois State Redbirds. Bobby Denardi was named the head coach of Illinois State's Division I team last February after manning the Division II team, and he has some lofty goals for his Redbird program the coming years. Denardi said he wants to continue growth in the program into a national contender year after year to compete with teams like Adrian, Robert Morris, and rivals like the Illinois Fighting Illini and head coach Nick Fabrinius. Now I bring in Eric Fisher, and Eric, that's a head coach speaking highly of the Illini. So what makes head coach Nick Fabrini's program so successful year after year?
I think it's Fabrini's ability to bring in top-level talent year after year. Last season, he got Luke Forfar and Bobby Ernstine. Those guys were able to contribute right off the bat. And this year, he was able to bring in even more talent that was able to contribute, like Andrew Richter, Joe Nolan, and those, I mean, Thomas Kolaz. I mean, those guys, and also John Moskowitz. It's hard to forget him behind those guys, but he's been amazing for the Illini this season too. And so because of Fabrini's ability to just consistently recruit at a top level, he's been able to build something pretty special here at Illinois.
Yeah, so it wasn't the freshman last weekend that was doing it for the Illini. It was mostly Joey Randall, if we're naming someone. But last weekend we saw Illinois play its most complete season of the season on the road in Ames at Iowa State. The Illini swept the Cyclones by winning the opener 4-2 in the weekend finale and a game-winning goal in overtime by captain Joey Randall. So what does that sweep do for the Illini going forward?
I think it builds their confidence. I mean, next weekend they have to go to Ohio, which will probably be their toughest series of the entire season. So to be able to go into Iowa State and be able to sweep them like that, it's just a huge confidence boost and shows them that they can play at a high level no matter where they're at.
So senior David Eflin got the nod in both games last week, but sophomore Ross Lippick gets the start between the pipes tonight. What do you want to see from Ross the Boss?
I just want to see him look comfortable. He's been out of the game for a while with a lower body injury, and so Jake Barnhart's been had to step in Ross's role, and to his credit, he's played extremely well. So Ross needs to come in here. He needs to show that he's completely healthy and that he's the suitable backup for this Illinois team. And going down the stretch in playoff time, I mean, that's going to be a huge role. And so Lippick's going to have to just show here tonight that he's ready to fill in those skates.
It's not just Heflin that's getting the night off tonight, but we're going to see Eric Cruikshank stuck on 69 career goals, and Riddendale get the night off tonight. Is that a strategic move by Fabrini or something else?
I think it's just Fabrini trying to rest his guys up for next weekend. Eric Cruikshank, we know, is just he has no injuries to our recollection. He's just Fabrini just decided to rest him, and then Riddendale was just nursing an injury of his own. So in a weekend series where you're just kind of trying to prep before you head to Ohio, resting some of your top guys could be a good idea and really pay off once you do travel and play your toughest series of the year.
Senior Andrew Wickling going to be a 13th forward tonight. Mike Turk going to be on the third defensive pairing and in replacement of Cruikshank and Riddendale. So no Fighting Illini Hockey pregame show complete without a score prediction. So what do you have, Eric?
I think the Illinois is going to come out fast. They're going to come out strong. I mean, they've added guys like Thomas Kohlhaas and Luke Forfar to the roster, and those are two guys that ISU didn't see last time when we headed. By we, I mean us broadcasters headed down to ISU to broadcast that game, and I mean ISU wasn't able to keep up with the Illini, and so I feel like it's just going to not work out in their favor, and I feel like it's going to be a 6-1 or 7-1 win for Illinois here tonight.
Last time we were in this building, Illinois put up 11 goals in Illinois State. What can happen this time around? Illinois State coming up right after this break on WPGU 107.1.
Champagne's alternative, WPGU 107.1.
gonna do it, never switch. Coming from the heart and living with the wild pitch. Hit the first up with the rhythm like a wild stallion. This is the rolling system.
This is Champagne's Alternative. WPGU 1071.
You're listening to Illini Hockey on WPGU 1071.
And hi, everybody. We welcome you into the Big Pond here in Champaign, Illinois, the first of two games between the Illinois State Redbirds fighting Illini, number 8, ranked in the country. I'm Cristiano, Simonetta, Stephen Cohn, alongside Eric Fisher, down at ice level. It's good to see you. It's good to have you. Stephen Cohn currently alongside the pregame show. Great between you two as always. You're going to have to get used to that duo coming next season. Right now, Illinois has a tough test ahead in the Illinois State Redbirds. They sweep Iowa State last weekend, and you come in now for an unranked Redbirds team that has a lot to prove against their bigger brother, University.
Yeah, biggest concern there is that you're kind of going to have a letdown kind of performance tonight after such a great weekend series against the Cyclones a weekend ago. Don't want to see that letdown tonight. Try to just put it on the Redbirds, get that experience going toward the playoffs, and get ready for Ohio next weekend.
Ohio next week, and that's also going to be a great contest. We're going to have those games broadcasted to you live next weekend from the Bird Arena in Athens, Ohio. Shout out Drew Sudnick. We'll see you in about 7 days. Ross Lippick gets the start tonight for Illinois in the net to the right. 2-0-0 on the season, 1.20 goals against average, .935 save percentage. What does the sophomore need to do tonight to maybe cement his status moving forward?
Well, I think we saw last weekend that Dave Deflin just kind of had the kitchen sink thrown at him. He did a great job just stopping everything, made some nice saves. I think we don't need to see the flashy saves from Ross Lippick. We just can't see mistakes because right now I'm not sure entering the playoffs who that backup is. Is it Jake Barno, who's played pretty well? Is it Ross Lippick? We don't know right now. Ross Lippick has to have a good night tonight. If the Redbirds get several shots on him and get a few goals, great, but he can't make any big mistakes.
And that to the left, a fellow number 30, Mark Hayton. In his career, 16, 27, and 6, 4.09 goals against average, .903 save percentage. But this year, better in the save percentage category, .921, 3.11 goals against average. The record doesn't quite show it. He's 5-6-3 in the season. But the last game he played, 37 saves on 41 shots. Illinois State's defense is more of a problem. Their goaltenders have been standing up pretty well. How does that affect the guys in the crease playing when they know that there's going to be a lot of shots coming your way?
Well, I think if you watch any of the film from last weekend's games for Illinois and Iowa State, Illinois had several moments last weekend where Matt Gedeke, they were just several shots at a time, especially in the power plays, doing a great job. So I think tonight Mark Hayden has to know he's just to expect a lot of shots coming his way, and he has to just try to keep his team in the game, hope his defense holds up.
I know you probably talked about this in the pregame show. Eric Cruikshank out, Joey Rittendale out, but there's still a lot of guys with firepower in the team in orange and gray. James Green being one of them, Bobby Ernsting another. But the back end, 2 defensemen in the top 5 for scoring. Tyler Opilka tied for the team lead with 26 points. You hear his name over the intercom. He'll start tonight. And how about Joe Nolan? 26 points in 25 games, 4 game-winning goals. Just talk about how the blue line has been for Illinois this season.
Well, yeah, that's just excellent because it's amazing when you have 2 incredible offensive defensemen, but also last weekend, Jack Graham, Mark Condani with goals, and that big Saturday night win. We'll have the national anthem right now here at the Illinois Ice Arena.
And now move all eyes, remove all caps and hats, and face the flag for our national anthem.
are just about ready for the start. Illinois versus Illinois State, presented by WPG 1071 and YouTube. We're glad you joined us. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside Eric Fisher down at ice level. We focus on one of the veterans of this Illini hockey team, James McGing, senior forward. 4 points in his last 4 games, 4 assists versus ISU this year. And only 7 goals on the season, but that's not totally representative of how James McGing has played so far.
Yeah, I was going to say, goals are down by a lot for McGing, but still maybe the most potent offensive player for this Illinois team, just by the fact that if he's in open space, he can score a goal at any time. But also moves, the way he's able to deke just past guys, he's an excellent offensive player.
And he also had a couple coast-to-coast rushes out in Ames. Some phenomenal moves against CSCHL top defensemen, and he makes them look easy.
Yeah, if you're talking about other guys that had great moves, how about Evan Sabo? Maybe his best weekend of the season last weekend. I feel like that fourth line right now for the Lion, too, could be very successful.
Joey Bauer, 14 points, 24 games played, wins the draw for the Redbirds, and we're underway here at the Big Pond. In Champaign, it's Max Puschek. On the neutral zone for the visitors, tipped in there momentarily by Norway. A slap shot coming from Cohn, and a save made there by Ross Lippick. And now it's McGing along the near side looking for some help in the Illini defensive zone. Bauer on the pinch. Opilka wraps one to the far side. Joey Caprio, senior defenseman out of Bolingbrook, Illinois, takes it along the half wall and goes cross corner. No icing here, 30 seconds into the first period. The Redbirds with an early offensive chance.
Yeah, it takes that much time, though, just to realize how much bigger this ice is and how much more difficult it is to try and get close to the net.
Turnover for Norway. He shoots one on and a glove save there by Lippick, and he sprawls out. The 6'5" Ross diving at that loose puck. He covers it up 43 seconds into the first period, but the Redbirds cashing on an early turnover from the home squad.
Yeah, Illinois can't come out tonight, can't play sloppy, because these losses still mean something in the big scheme of things and those overall rankings.
Face off to the right of Lippick, Robert Collada, who scored against Illinois during their last series in Bloomington. That was late September. And here comes Drew Richter, who is still trying to find himself as a rookie on this program the last time these two teams met. He'll get the puck along the Illini bench and curl back.
Yeah, with Richter, you're looking for consistency all season long. Last weekend, really great. Other weekends, not so much. 25
points, 26 games as a freshman, 5 points in his last 5. Drew Richter's got to be a guy you want to circle if you're Bobby Donardi, the head coach of the Redbirds. Here is Nolan with 18:48 left to go in the first period. That pass goes offsides. 1:12 into the opening frame. No score between the Redbirds and the Illini.
And now with Luke Forfar playing really in that top 6 again. He's on the third line tonight, though. With how much playing time he's going to get, how do the Illini try to utilize him in open space? At points, he was just trying to be maybe like an extra offensive attacker, but other times, you got to see what you can do.
The Illini win the draw. Nolan on the right side. Now it's Graham to the middle, tipped in there by Charlie Salk, the sophomore forward. That goes up into the netting. 1:20 into the first period, and a bit of a lull, as we've seen from Illinois in these home starts. You look at Jamestown, they allow a goal 19 seconds in. Ohio a couple of months ago, they allowed a goal in the first 30 seconds. What do they have to do to start coming out at home strongly?
Well, they haven't got past the blue line yet with the puck. It's been a minute and a half, so we saw it against Iowa State. That was a great part of the Illini's game.
Here is Nolan to the far side for Graham. And Tom Kolaz through the middle, tipped in. And played there back by the Redbirds. Dan Addy, the left-shotted defenseman. Plays in the neutral zone, too far for Melton. Grant Stube recovers. 18:15 left in the first period. And it's Kolaz. Stube along the wall. Back for Tom. He swings to the left point. It's Joe Nolan. He fakes and brings it for the freshman transfer. He's the recipient of a gift from Stube now. Nolan with a slap shot and a save made there. And a rebound try thus fluttered over the creases. Charlie Salk was in the low slots. Couldn't beat Hayden.
Love that play, though. Got 2 or 3 shots at a time on Hayden.
And it was Kolaz creating that offensive rush. Stube with the pick. Nolan with the first shot. Nothing doing past Mark Hayden. 17:51 left in the first period.
Kyle Meldon so far, best defensive forward for the Redbirds. Very active stick. 2 or 3 little poke checks away on that first time in blast the blue line.
Face off at center ice. The Illini win it cleanly all the way back. And now it is Opilka. Effingham, Illinois native, the junior defenseman, plays one for Caprio with 17:37 left in the first period. Now here's John Moskluk along the left circle. Diving one into the Redbird zone. Taken there beautifully by number 22, Anthony Kokorin. Couldn't get it out around the right point. It's Opilka. Now for Moskluk. A first-year center. Drives one along the end boards. Has a man out in front. Novosel hacking away with Sabo. Sabo has an option at the right point. It's Opilka. Instead goes back down low where it's intercepted by Illinois State. But the Redbirds can't clear. But they finally do. Now Moskaluk lost it over the block guy, and over the blue comes number 17. A shot there coming from Amberset. That was deflected, so the Illini's defense stepping in front of shots. 17:05 left in the first period of stoppage.
And Amberset only 1 goal, 1 point, 1 assist on the season, though 2 total points. Not much of an offensive threat for the Redbirds. So you'll let him take that all night if he wants to go in the high slot and just shoot it on the net.
Face off to the left of Lippick. Ernsting on the draw with Kalata. One cleanly there by Bobby. Kendati over to the far side, Turek. And now for David Kellner. Was unsure if he was going to play this weekend in the roster tonight. Here is Ernsting. Has Kendati straight away. Fakes the shot. Goes down low instead for Kellner with 16:48 left in the first. Kellner took a tumble. The puck stays alive for Kendati. He rattles one in along the cross corner. Now it's Turek right point. Turek down low for Kellner. He's got some space on the right circle. Shoots one and a blocker save. And a rebound. Try that one. Just trickle it. And a wraparound score! Bobby Ernsting. 3:28 into the first period. 1-0 Illinois.
I've come to expect that from one of Illinois' leading scorers. Right now, the leading scorer on this 2018 Illinois team, Bobby Ernsting, as a sophomore, has become so much of a threat for Illinois' team. Just a great offensive player.
And Bobby Ernsting, number 24 in orange and gray, gets his 10th goal of the season. Nothing Illinois with 16:30 left in the first. It's dumped down. Now it's Schurz on his backhand out of the near side. Van Dyke with 16:20 left in the first period. Richter bumps a man along the end boards, and it's kept in. But how will the Redbirds respond? Going over was Van Dyke, but knocked down to the ice. Kendati on the near side. Here is Schurz. Shoots one and a save made there by Lippick. Now for Holmgren. In some trouble. Pestered a bit there by number 19, Adam Howie. Down to the far side, cleared out to the middle. And over Forfar stick. Bobby Ernsting's 10th goal of the season gives Illinois a 1-0 lead. Now here's Forfar, the sophomore. He's taken down one on a penalty. But the Redbirds skate away unscathed. Kendati on the rush, shooting one over the glove of Mark Hayton as Mark Kendati on a backhand. That one was stopped too. And coming away in the high slot with it was Norway.
Hey, Illinois State's letting Illinois skate almost to the low slot all night long. You'll take those shots. No need to take any shot from the blue line tonight.
And here is Jack Graham, the junior defenseman, 25 points in 25 games. Last season as a member of the Illini's D2 club. Nolan skates away from a streaking Bauer on the forecheck. Outlets it up for Kolas, has some speed. Far side shoots one. And now it's Stube to take the puck along the near side. 15:10 left in the first period. 1-0 Illinois. Nolan playing with Graham, a very peculiar matchup with Rittendale out of the lineup. The Illini's defensive top four has always been stable, but they're in the mix now with Graham on that right point with Nolan. A shot coming in the middle, a backhand and try save made there by Hayton, and it's Charlie Salk in the middle of it once more. Now for Stube, stopping and starting on the half wall. And that pass was intercepted there by Norway as Nolan was along that left side. Maybe a 2-on-1 for the Redbirds as Ambersat was disrupted. And no offsides, though, much to the chagrin of the Illini bench.
At some point, though, these pairings are going to have to change with several seniors on defense.
Here is Stube on his backhand, but the puck goes to the right point. Caprio shoots one. Deflected just wide there by Kolas. 14:25 left in the first period. The Illini pushing the pace offensively after an early charge from the Redbirds in the opening minute of the first period. Kokorin steps in right circle. A shot blocked down, never got to Lippick. And a whack from Kalata. Now behind the net for Trevor Hansen on his backhand to the left point. Kokorin fakes a slap shot, goes for push check right circle. He shoots one that got through, but only to the outside of the cage. And for Caprio. And Illinois State wants to work along the near side for Basasi. Sabo with a steal. And dumped away by Salk. And here is Moskov left circle. On his backhand, put one through, and a save made there by Hayton with Stube, or rather Sabo in front. 6:10 into the first period.
Guys, I want to go back to the goal by Bobby Ernsting, and that goal was all created by David Kellner. After he found some space in the middle of the ice and took a shot, he followed his shot and attacked the crease, which caused a whole commotion and a lot of chaos, and Bobby Ernsting was able to slip in and bury it. But that goal was created all by David Kellner, just doing the little things.
Good to see your mic works, Eric Fisher. What a concept over there.
I don't know, man. Batteries, or maybe I should push the on button, one of the two.
We'll chalk it up to user error for now. It's their first game in quite a while. Now back to the action on the ice with 13:33 left in the first period. Sabo with some good work. Now on the right point, it's Opilka. But Sabo didn't go down to him. And now a big hit from Novosel. Sabo on the backhand now for Moskalik along the half boards. Threaded one in behind. And Crosley Duckman checked the puck, but it comes back to the right point. Opilka on the backhand. Now for Moskalik, shooting one off the outside of the goalpost. And the ricochet comes along the near side. Pressure there was Joe Pirelli. Now to the left point. Caprio stepping in, looking for deflection. That was knocked just wide. And Moskalik to the puck there. And behind the net, Illinois State trying to regroup with 12:55 left in the first period. The Illini are changing, but James McGinn's on the ice. It's going to be tough to do that. But Joe Pirelli takes the puck and outlets. Counter along the far side. Stolen there by Pirelli. Shot the outside of the cage, and a rebound from there was Howie. But that shot never hit the net. 4-on-3 rush for Illinois. Here's Ernsting. He was tied up a bit by number 11, Ryan Glennon. McGinn going down low. Pushed back to the right point by the Redbirds. Howie stopping and starting. But can't fight the puck away from Ernsting. Now out in front, here comes Marcandotti stepping in. Deflection and a save made there by Hayton. But counter keeps the motor humming with 12:15 left in the first period. 1-0 Illinois. Here is Addy. And McGinn poked that puck from him. It's briefly kept in by Kendotti. Now on the near side for Ernsting. Glennon does not have his stick. Ernsting out in front. And some FIFA moves there from Ryan Glennon. What's he going to do with it? Look at this. He continues to keep the puck. And it's out to center. 2-on-1, maybe a 1-on-1 now for Kyle Melton. Waiting for his troops to change. It's Howie on the interchange. And Captain Kalata streaking, and he shoots one, and a save made there by Lippick with a blocker. Oh, we had to fight that one off. Now to the left point, it's Kokorin. So Illinois State getting their fair share of chances, including that one on the backhand from Kalata, who is fighting hard around Kendotti, and he wrapped one wide.
Yeah, I feel like Illinois State just trying to get any shot they possibly can. You'd like to see more passing and try to get an open shot.
Here is Kokorin over the block guy, over the blue line, right wing side in the Illini zone. The defenseman tosses one down low. Kendotti jumps the route now for Homer. Sophomore forward out of Pekin. For Luke Forfar through the middle. He lost it momentarily and back onto the stick of the Redbirds. Connor Basacy near side now to the neutral zone. That pass was picked off by Joe Nolan. Nolan now for Homer. Left circle on the backhand. He does a pirouette. 9 minutes into the first period. Has Graham right side. Instead drops it for Nolan. He's got some space. Joe Nolan stepping in. Dodging a pair of checks. And now for Homer and Forfar. Homer, nice move. He's free in the left circle. He shoots, and a blocker save there by Hayton. And the Illini still on the attack. Homer has Graham, top of the point. Right side is Nolan on the back door. He shoots one that was blocked away by a sprawling Kokorin. And a pass there from Nolan was blocked away by Kalata. To the right point, it's Forfar. Down low for Richter. A reverse check, frees away Homer with 10:27 left in the first period. Homer with some more space. Right side is Nolan. He comes to step in. The freshman shoots, and he went blocker side but missed everything with 10:17 left in the first.
Communication between Chance Homer and Joe Nolan excellent right now. They knew exactly what each other were going to do.
Far back for Nolan, but that's the best rush from the Illini so far this first period. And that doesn't result in a goal, but they're up 1-0 thanks to an earlier goal scored by Bobby Ernsting. And here is Stuve. Roselle, Illinois native, the senior, brings it back for his defensive group in Graham and Caprio. Bauer with a big reverse hit there on Stuve. That was Crosley Duckman, now up to Bauer. And his shot was easily sticked wide by Lippick to the far side. Kolas now for Stuve, right side. Grant Stuve stopping, starting, but couldn't get the pass through. And here come the Redbirds 2-on-2 along the left side. Back in the Illini zone, it's Bauer. On the backhand, flutters one in, and a save made there by Lippick. Ross hasn't had to been tested too far tonight, but maybe one off a Caprio, and he makes the glove save. After the puck was redirected from the end boards, a stop for Ross. 10 minutes and 40 seconds into the first period, 1-0 Illinois.
Grant Stuve getting beat up right now in the ice, but that line he's playing with tonight, Charlie Salk, Thomas Kolas, he's never played with that really in a game just because Richter, Cruikshank on different line, or Cruikshank not playing, so trying to work with new things, a little difficult for Grant Stuve.
Charlie Salk on the draw to the right of Lippick. And he gets tossed for John Moskva. Controlled briefly by Illinois State, and we see a repeat of Iowa State's game against Illinois. Evan Sabo coming out of a defensive draw zone win. Easy for me to say, it's floated on. Sabo with a shot and a save made there by Hayton. 9:06 left in the first period.
Hey, fun week for Evan Sabo. Gets to play his brother Trevor last weekend at Iowa State. Spent some time with the family. And now he gets to play with his old teammates here at Illinois State.
Face off to the right of Hayton. Novosel, Sabo, and Moskaluk. And Moskaluk stepping in, a glove save there by Hayton, and the rebound was pushed away by the glove. Turnover by the Redbirds. Evan Sabo right side. Now for Opilka. Shoots one deflected, and that one missed the near post for Novosel. Novosel on that left point. A shot there to the middle, redirected by Sabo. That never got to Hayton. Here's Adam Howie. Pushing one past Opilka, but the smooth skating junior is going to be able to take it to the blue line. And now to neutral zone where Moskaluk doubles back for Illinois.
Illinois State really struggling with that weak side defense right now. Some backdoor plays might be the key.
And Melton's wide open and a save made there by Lippick. 8:24 left in the first period, and Illini defensive zone turnover, but Ross the boss shuts the door.
Ross did a great job right there, stepping up in the crease. He could have sat back a little bit, but he knew with his 6'4" frame that if he stood up in the crease, it would have eliminated almost any possibility of ISU being able to get that puck in the back of the net.
Robert Collada, number 44 in black, white, and red. 15 goals, leads this Redbirds team. Now it's Kandati. Going to the middle, nice pass on the tape by Ernstine. Bobby's in the circle, shoots! Oh, that was just wide of the blocker. I don't think Hayton ever saw it. Now here's Counter. Wrapping around that left circle, dropping one for Ernstine. Ernstine, backdoor, too far in front of Mike Turek, the junior defenseman out of Woodridge. He goes down low off the skate of Counter and backhanded one out to the Illini defensive zone. And the Redbirds chasing the puck the past 6 minutes, but there have been spots, there have been times but the door has been open for them to tie up this game.
And right now, Illinois State just keep the score close enough where they're in striking distance to still got a chance.
Counter, right side, goal line shot off the right pad of Hayton, and it goes into the crowd. 12-18 into the first period. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside Eric Fisher down at ice level. Can you believe we haven't had a minor penalty so far between these two heated rivals?
I don't know. The hockey seems kind of slow at points so far, where they're just using the entire ice. It's not really condensed at all. And you'd just like to see a little more physicality maybe from the Illini, because you saw that last week and going to see it the rest of the season as well.
Graham with a shot deflected, and that's the mantra from Illinois so far. Get bodies in front of Mark Hayton and maybe some sticks too. Here's Forfar, pressured by Norway along that left point. Nolan has to go back to retrieve it. Joe Nolan, calm and composed with two Redbirds on him. Tough to say that he's a freshman with his offensive and defensive numbers. He is the Illini's leading plus-minus right now, because the guy who was plus 16, Joey Rittendale, out of the lineup. Joe Nolan plus 12 is now the leader. 7:05 left in the first period. Here's Nolan down low for Richter. Here is Holmgren along the goal line, out in front, floats him for Forfar, but that exploded off his stick. And Norway out the other way, who led this Redbirds team with 36 points in 30 games last season. Lost an edge a bit and trips up Forfar, no call. And I believe that was the right one, as Forfar was already heading down. Richter, look at the move. Stopping, starting a left pad save there by Hayton. It's quick to transition and also quick to go from your backhand to forehand if you're Drew Richter, just toying with the Redbirds 1-on-3.
And you saw it on both ends of the ice. Illinois' speed is just so much faster than our teams. The Illinois State couldn't set up an offense quick enough and get the breakout, and Drew Richter able to take it all the way to the net.
But what matters is that it's only a one-goal game. Max Pushchek trying to change that, and that shot was blocked away by Stuve. And here is Opilka. Pressured by Adam Howie, who has been a hound. And look at this, shoving off a man out in front. Wide open pass for Van Dyke, but he couldn't explode the shot. A pass on the left point, that was clearly offsides. But man, is Adam Howie playing like a guy out for revenge after Illinois outscored Illinois State 12-2 in late September.
And Grant Stuve might have taken away a chance for an easy goal right there, just putting it back of the net, because he kind of broke up that shot. So Illinois State getting their chances right now. Illinois has to come out and try to get a few more goals.
Novosel won the draw to the right side. It's Opilka. In the middle for Moskaluk, now into the Illinois State zone. Lost luck for Sabo in the low slot. They battle for it. Kicked away to the left point. Caprio with 5:50 left in the first period. 1-0 Illinois. Now the right side, it's Opelka. Lost it momentarily. He shot it around a man. Now on the near side. Along the far side was a hit from John Mosklik while the puck was about 100 feet away. Here is Lippick. Backhanded one to an empty side. And Tyler Opelka, he's had a bit of a rough first period trying to outlet in his own zone. Not going to be able to skate around this aggressive Illinois State forecheck. They've got to move it up quickly.
Yeah, that's why they make up for their lack of speed. They really have that aggressive forecheck where they're pinching.
Dickert and Pirelli, the forecheckers for the Redbirds. Caprio wanting to move around, but that pass was picked off. Now on the left circle, here go the Redbirds. A shot and a pad save there by Lippick, as Hansen was streaking after a turnover in the middle area of the ice. The puck bounces off Ernsting. Him and McGing almost collide. Counter takes it along the left wing. In the Redbird zone, he drops one for McGing. McGing. Backdoor feed. It's Turk. Glove saved there by Hayton. And Mike Turk, a guy who's in his junior season, 1 goal in 63 games played. That would have been quite the milestone for him. McGing with a beautiful setup. Now on the far side. Here is Kalata fighting through a goal line shot off the left shoulder. And the Redbirds are going to go to the power play as Hayton heads off for the 6th attacker. McGing gloves it. And the visitors get the first power play of the night, a holding minor on Mark Condati. 15:39 into the first period, and a big chance for the Redbirds to tie this game up at 1.
And with the way the Redbirds are going to the net right now and getting shots close to the goal line, I feel pretty good about Illinois State coming away with a power play goal right now. But Illinois' PK is still among the best in the country. Played really well last weekend for the most part against Iowa State.
Face off to the left of Lippick. Power play here for the Redbirds. Bauer tying up with Holmgren. And coming free for Graham, who shovels one down with 4:15 left in the first period. Van Dyke along the near side in the Redbird zone. He'll take it the entire way coast to coast. Nice zone entry from the visitors. Now it's on the right side for Mullally. Mullally 24 in black, white, and red. Down low for Van Dyke, spinning one, blocked away by Homer. And a revival there from Kyle Melton. That would have been a 2-on-1 from Illinois. But number 88 was able to knock that puck out of the air. And Holmgren killing some valuable time. 200 feet away from the Redbirds' target. 3:40 left in the first period. And Nolan shielding the puck away from Mullally. Kept in the Illini zone though. Bauer on the near side corner. Chips one in below from Mullally. Too far for him. Jack Graham on the right side. He's checked. Top of your screen if you're tuning in on YouTube. But if you're tuning in on WPGU 107.1, it's been a great game for Illinois so far. Up 1-0 against the Redbirds with 3:17 left in the first period.
Maybe even a better game so far for Illinois State. I don't know if they expected it to be a 1-0 game with a chance on the power play with 3 minutes left in the first.
And the speedy Adam Howie. He'll take it along the left point with Addy there and drops it for him. Addy poked by Counter. Down low for Hansen. Caprio with a cross check to him. Addy, right side for Vasasi. Diagonal. Chance save made there by Lippick as the shot was coming from Howie with traffic in front. Ross gets an A+. 2:49 left in the first period. 29 seconds left in the Illini PK.
And David Kellner slows down that pass, gets a stick on the puck a little bit. But so far, Ross Lippick playing really well. He hasn't made any mistakes. And keeping Illinois with the 1-0 lead.
Kalata on the draw against Ernsting. Ernsting wins it. A big part of your PK is winning faceoffs, but not losing them right after you've won them, as Illinois was just guilty of. Now it's Kalata behind the net, tied up with Opelka. And Caprio fishing for that play. And cleared down by Illinois with 2:30 left in the first period. 10 seconds left in the Redbirds power play. They had some movement early, but not able to get anything substantial in the latter half of this power play.
Illinois dumped it down 4 times on this power play on the PK, so it's pretty good.
Here's Kalata, down right circle, shoot, blocked there by Caprio. And he'll keep spinning and keep going to the left point. It's Addy, pressured, stolen away by McGing, and a breakaway. Here comes Bobby Ernsting. 1 goal already for 2. And a save made there by Hayton. Some of the crowd reacted, but that's going to be a whistle and a penalty shot coming for Bobby Ernsting. 2:04 left in the first period. as he was slashed right before he was able to tuck that one home.
Hey, you were ready for the goal call right there.
Well, when you see a goaltender skate along that goal line backwards, the fans have a better look at me, or excuse me, a better look at the play from that angle. Nonetheless, a stop from Hayton, and he'll have to stop Bobby once again.
Yeah, chance for his 11th goal of the season.
Ernsting likes to deploy a amount of dekes. We saw him do that same thing against Rochester, where he dangled the goaltender out of the net completely. What will Bobby break out in his bag of tricks? The penalty shot coming up now at even strength. Through the circles, Ernsting, he's in. Fakes, moves. And a save made there by Hayton. He may have lost the puck, but Mark Hayton keeping Illinois State alive. 17:56 into this first period.
Yeah, it looks like Ernsting wanted to pull it back and go forehand, but he just lost track of the puck, and Hayton was able to follow it rather easily. Missed opportunity for Illinois, and this is only a one-goal game, and if this game gets close down the stretch, or Illinois even loses this game, you might want to think back to this penalty shot and that missed opportunity.
And Mark Hayton, 3 shootout losses this season, so maybe not always that good in that situation.
Kola's quick release off the draw and a save made there by Hayton. Illini have a lot of shots on in this first period, a lot of prime time scoring opportune shots. But what's the key to beating Mark Hayton right now? The Illini need to find out those answers. Down to the left points, Joe Knoll, maybe a shot from him. Deflected, out in front, rebound try for Stuve, they hack at it, and Stuve poked it just far side. And now on the near side, 1:47 left in the first period. Salk down low, gets it right back. As it goes through his blade, push check now to the right side. And out to neutral ice where it's Graham. Back for Kolas, who had his stick lifted. The speedy Stuve on the forecheck, but push check gets it in the Redbird zone with 90 seconds left in the first period.
Speedy Stuve. Stuve's definitely gotten faster in this senior season.
They have to ask what's the secret. Maybe it's his diet choices. Who knows? We may have Eric Cruikshank on the broadcast in the first period intermission, a roommate of Stuve. Maybe we'll get that answer right there as to why 25 may seem a little bit quicker in all 3 zones this season. Here is Van Dyke along the near side in the Illini zone on his backhand with 60 seconds left in the first period. Van Dyke goes the full way. Now the left point. Back door for push check. But he has to move along the near side half wall. With Howie, a shot and a glove save there by Lippick. 51.8 left in the first period. 1-0 Illinois, but the Redbirds, a last-second chance to tie this game up, and that's how they started the first period. Very aggressive. We'll see if they replicate that here.
Hey, Illinois State playing much better than you would have expected for a team that several times now in the past year has given up double-digit goals to Illinois. Playing calm right now, getting a bunch of shots on goal. Ross Lippick keeping Illinois in this game.
Face off to the left of Lippick. Melton on the draw against Homer. Melton too aggressive, and Howie will come in. He won it through the skates of Homer, but onto the stick of Mike Turek. To the far side, Drew Richter. Look at his wheels go on this wide ice surface. Gains the line far side. And shoveling off a pair of checks. This one from Melton, and that's a high cross check. No call there. With 32 seconds left in the first period. The puck is harpooned out to center where it's Turek. In his own zone, wrapping one, turned over, now Hansen. On the far side, half wall, one-on-one against Turek. He'll go wide. 18 seconds left in the period. Van Dyke, right circle, shoots one. Blocked there by Homer, and his 4 members of the Illini had all been isolated right in front of that shot.
That's a great job helping your goalie on defense.
I mean, there's helping your goalie, and then there's playing goalie with so many guys out in front. I know Ross takes up a lot of the net at 6'5". Now Collada lets this puck go through his skates, and that'll do it. For the opening set of 20, Illinois up 1-0 thanks to a goal scored by Bobby Ernsting. He wanted a second one, but Hayton stopped him on that penalty shot.
Hey, Bobby Ernsting had a few shots for that second goal, but didn't get it. But Illinois will take a 1-0 lead. Gotta be happy with that, especially with Illinois State maybe getting just as many shots as Illinois.
And we'll go down to ice level. Eric Fisher's down with the goal scorer, Bobby Ernsting.
All right, I'm down here with Bobby Ernsting, who's netted the only goal of that first period. Just take me through that play.
I saw a shot coming from the point. I saw James crashing the net far post, so I wanted to get to near post. Saw the puck come out on the other side, so I went around the net, just tried to put it home and it went in.
All right, you guys are missing Captain Joey Rittendale and Eric Cruikshank tonight. What do you guys have to do this weekend to compensate for them?
Everyone's got to step up and take more of leadership under their own belt. Crooks and Ritz are definitely core guys that we definitely miss in the lineup, and everyone's just going to have to step up and fill their spots.
All right, thank you, Bobby. Good luck in that next period. Back to you guys up in the treehouse.
Thank you, Eric Fisher. No joke coming. I thought you were going to have one up your sleeve for your first time on ice level in quite a while.
Just watch yourself.
But Rodney Dangerfield out there may have something up his sleeve for the second period.
I'm just kind of focused on trying not to fall right now. It's been a while since I've done this.
It's been a while. You look like a baby deer right now trying to learn how to walk. Now here's Stephen Cohn alongside in the booth. 1-0 Illinois after 20 minutes. You're not going to be here for the first period intermission because you're going to do play-by-play in the second period. But let's just say you're in the first period intermission. Who is going to score in that second period? Your pick to click, whether it's the Illini or the Redbirds.
Oh, that's a tough one. Gonna go with Bobby Ernstine. I feel like that second goal is coming tonight. Too many chances not to get it. Yeah, he's gonna get that second goal.
All right, Bobby Ernstine, the only goal we have so far in the opening 20. We'll get you the first period intermission in just a couple of minutes. This has been the Illini Hockey First Period presented by WPGU 1071.
There's an imposition in my mind's imagination. I hope they choke on smokers. I'm smoking to make a basement. This is not rap, this is not hip hop.
WPGU 1071, Urbana-Champaign.
You're listening
Champagne's
to
alternative. WPGU 1071.
The WPGU forecast brought to you by McDonald's. The clouds will thicken on up as we head through the night. Our overnight low will drop down in the mid to upper teens. Lots of clouds for Saturday. Our high right around the upper 30s. We'll see about a 50-50 chance of snow on Saturday night, upper 20s, and then a chance of snow, freezing rain, and possibly a little rain on Sunday. Our high in the low to mid 30s. Sunny 25 Monday. I'm staff meteorologist Sally Russell on Champagne's Alternative, WPGU 1071.
listening to Illini Hockey on WPGU. Now time for the Intermission Report.
Hello, everybody. We welcome you back into the Big Pond. Cristiano Simonetta with you. Eric Fisher alongside. Eric, good to have you back. Missed a couple of weeks. Didn't see you in Ames, Iowa. You didn't make the 5.5-hour bus ride. But you know what? You come back, the Illini are up 1-0 over the Redbirds, and it's been a good game for the home squad. They dictated the pace, and you could tell how offensively gifted this team is starting to become.
Oh yeah, I mean they're just clearly just outskating the Redbirds in this first period. I mean you have guys like Richter, Bobby Ernstine, and James McGing, and they're just flying by the forwards in the neutral zone and then just getting in behind the defenseman as well. And I mean you saw Bobby Ernstine able to draw that penalty shot on a shorthanded opportunity. So, I mean, that just shows you the speed this team has. But I also give credit to ISU. I mean, while they might not be able to skate with this team, and they're sure banging along the boards, and they're doing all the little things such as fighting in those corners and fighting for those loose pucks. And Mark Hayden as well, just having a great first period.
Yeah, Mark Hayden's been the guy for me, Eric. And I think that when you come up against a team that you know you're going to get shots against, last weekend against Adrian, Illinois State allowed 125 shots over 2 games.
Yikes.
You come into this first period, you're down 1-0 after 20 minutes. Illinois gets 15 shots. It doesn't matter how many shots are on goal. What matters is what's left on that scoreboard, and it's only a 1-goal game for Illinois. Should they be concerned, the Illini, that they didn't put up more and maybe are allowing Illinois State to stay in this game?
No, I think the only real missed opportunity they had was probably that penalty shot for Ernstine. But I mean, Mark Hayden, I mean, Illinois seems to struggle against these smaller goaltenders this season. Guys that are, well, at 6 foot or maybe below, Illinois just can't seem to get the puck in the back of the net. But Mark Hayden is he's been moving side to side very well. His rebound control has also been great this game, I want to say. I mean, even though the goal was given up on a rebound, I feel like he's able to direct the puck where his teammates can get it well tonight.
Yeah, you can only do so much as a goaltender. Kick out those pillows, kick out the shoulders, move the puck into areas where right as soon as the player gets it, they're not going to be able to bury a wide open net. That was maybe a 3rd or 4th chance opportunity, and it went across after it hit a pair of bodies, and Bobby Ernstine, very quick with his hands. You'll look back at that play and realize that Hayton was actually fast going from left to right, but when it's Bobby Ernstine, a guy who leads this Illini team, he's going to bury one on you in a hurry. Moving on to the second period now. Illinois did not draw a single penalty. Is that more Illinois State being disciplined, or maybe Illinois not creating, not moving enough offensively to cause some turnovers and maybe some mental mistakes here from the Redbirds?
Well, it's funny you say that because I heard Nick Fabrini saying the same thing, that we need to be moving a lot more in the offensive end. As soon as that one of his shifts came back, he said, "Great shift, guys, but we got to keep moving. We're not aggressive enough." And so, yeah, I feel like the draw penalties like that, you have to be attacking the net and you have to be constantly moving and using the speed advantage they have, because if you use that speed, they're going to draw hooking penalties, they're going to draw slashes, and then you're going to give one of the dangerous special team units out there a chance to maybe make this a 2 or more goal game. And so, yeah, I feel like Illinois needs to come out more aggressive with a lot more movement and puck movement in general.
You were there in Bloomington, the Grossinger Motors Arena. Remember when I couldn't even say that for about 2 straight games? Neither of us could. Who knows? Anyways, we were there in Bloomington. 7-1 victory for Illinois, 5-1 victory for Illinois in those 2 games. It's a very close game right now. Are you surprised at how Illinois State is so aggressive, especially on the forecheck? Because they're committing a lot to the Illini defensive zone, but they're being rewarded for it.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like, to me, a different ISU team. I mean, when we went down to Bloomington, they just looked like they folded as soon as the game started. But ISU came out here right off the bat, and they started banging people along the boards. I recall one play where I saw Andrew Richter get rocked twice along the Illini bench. And so ISU seems like they've come out here with a chip on their shoulder and showing their bigger brother that, hey, we could skate with you. Don't forget, we're also a Division I team. And so I just feel like ISU's come out here, they come out to play, Hayden's come to play, and it's just got to result in goals. I mean, they haven't really gotten too much going in the offensive end besides when Illinois tries to shoot themselves in the foot by turning it over. But besides that, they've been playing great in the neutral zone and great in their own defensive end as well to get the puck out of there. They just need to generate more offensive opportunities.
Joey Rittendale, the captain, out, but Joe Nolan, he had about 5 or 6 shots, and he has been the leader for the Illini defensively. him rushing in on the odd man chances, Jack Graham getting involved too. Is that the type of game plan you want Illinois to move on moving forward? Because when they get activation from the defense, it usually means a good thing, and especially when you get points from guys like Nolan and Opelka instead of just forward guys.
Yeah, most teams don't really want to get their defensemen too involved offensively, but this Illinois team is the exact opposite. They want to pinch their guys like Joe Nolan, Joey Rittendale, or Tyler Opelka. They want to get them involved in the offense. And when you have guys that talented like Joe Nolan, who could pinch along that right slot and get right in front of the net and try to go high blocker on the opposite side, that just shows you how dangerous and how many weapons this Illinois team has. And so going into this next period, you're going to see Joe Nolan take more, probably insert himself a little bit more. You saw him play a little bit more aggressive just because he's probably not used to having Jack Graham alongside him, probably used to having the more defensive-minded Rittendale with him. So you're probably going to see him try to assert himself a lot more. And you saw in that one opportunity where him and Chance Holmgren seemed to connect with each other about like 4 times in one shift. So it seems like the chemistry between those two is going pretty well. And we'll see how that plays out in the second period.
He's Eric Fisher. I'm Cristiano. We'll get you the second period. Just a couple of minutes. Stephen Cohn and Eric will have the call. I'll be on an ice level 1-0 Illinois over the Illinois State Redbirds. After 20, this has been the first period intermission presented by WPGU 1071.
So this is where we are. It's not where we had wanted to be. If half the world's gone mad, the other half just don't care, you see. You don't wanna fuck with us. Pretentious to the very last. When it feels like the world's gone mad, and there's nothing you can do about it. No, there's nothing you can do about it. When it feels like the world's gone mad, and there's nothing you can do about it. No, there's nothing you can do about it. So tell me what's the news, and what is it you want me to see? We're lying to ourselves and dancing by the light of the screen. You don't wanna fuck with us. Pretentious to the very last. When it feels like the world's gone mad, and there's nothing you can do about it. No, there's nothing you can do about it. When it feels like the world's gone mad, and there's nothing you can do about it. No, there's nothing you can do about it. Another man holding a microphone, trying to say something at all, or finding himself on an empty road, trying to choose which way to go. And so you wanna make some money, you wanna make some money, so you wanna be somebody, you wanna make some. When it feels like the world's gone mad, and there's nothing you can do about it. No, there's nothing you can do about it. When it feels like the world's gone mad, and there's nothing you can do about it. No, there's nothing you can do about it.
Your home for Illini hockey. WPGU 1071.
And we'll Welcome back to the Illinois Ice Arena, everybody. Alongside Eric Fisher, I'm Stephen Cohn, Cristiano, Simonetta. Down there in the penalty box, they'll join us in just a second. It's Illinois State here in this Central Illinois rivalry, this Friday night matchup. After a period of play, it's Illinois 1, Illinois State 0. The one goal coming off the stick of Bobby Ernsting. Eric, Illinois is looking to extend this lead in the second period. What is one thing they have to do?
I think they just have to get more movement in the offensive zone. I talked about it during the intermission report. It's just Illinois was way too much standing along the blue line. They had about 3 guys at one point just not moving at all and just passing the puck lackadaisically. And so I want to see a lot more pinching by the defensemen. I also want to see a lot more crashing towards the net, because the last time the Illini crashed towards the net, they put one on the board.
Illinois going to be going from left to right this second period. Illinois State right to left in black sweaters, red and white down on the sleeves. And Illinois, they're in gray sweaters tonight. Orange stripe across the chest. It's a nice classy jersey. I'm a big fan.
I'm not a fan. I don't like it. I don't like.
You like the orange?
I don't like the random orange stripe down the middle like that. Just one color. Just give me one color.
Hey, it's all good. Here to play 1-0 Illinois over Illinois State. The third referee makes his way to the ice. And we're ready for some more hockey here at the Big Ponds at Illinois Ice Arena. It's off. Illinois wins the draw. Goes Tyler Opilka. Opilka on the stick to Joey Caprio. His line mate this season on defense. Drops for Bobby Ernsting. Gets across the blue line. Just throws it past the red line to them boards. Illinois still come away with it. Illinois State now. That's a Cohn. Across the blue line. Dumps it in. Joey Caprio. Passes to Tyler Opilka, the junior. Over to Kellner, the sophomore. Against the near side. To the half boards, James McGing now. Loses it. Kokorin again. Dumps it in all the way to Ross Libick. No icing. Tyler Opilka comes away with it. 19-20. Nothing going in the second period.
No, both teams just trying to feel each other out right now, especially on this nicely Zamboni ice.
Drew Richter takes all the way to boards around the net. To the far side now. He's going to drop it. Now goes to net. Oh, a great save there by Hayden. And it's tipped away to the boards.
Yeah, just a bouncing puck, bounce off an ISU defender, I think. And Hayden
Chance over forces the turnover. He drops it to that. No. And that's a miss. Drew Richter, though. To Luke Forfar. Back. Shoots it. Oh, that just hits the right post. Great shot. Flutters away. Illinois State now. Illinois saves it. And just dropped. But one great shot by Luke Forfar.
Yeah, just right off the post right there. Hayden didn't have great vision of it. And luckily, the post is goaltender's best friend, is able to bounce that one away.
Joe Nolan throws a check at the end boards. Dumped all the way down by Illinois. And Luke Forfar now at the far side corner. Bar with another 44 on Illinois State. And Illinois tries to get it, saves it. Great back check, right? Great forecheck. Jumps all the way to the end boards. Hayden will play it. Drops for a Redbird. Almost stolen by Thomas Kolas, freshman. And checked in boards, Grant Stuve now, all the way to that boards. And then near side it goes for number 24, Matt Malloy. Malloy throws it, tries to clear it. Nothing going so far in the second period still.
No, Illinois is still just trying to get something together going offensively. And ISU, on the other side of things, just can't seem to get the puck out of their own zone.
Joe Nolan, nice play, neutral ice, had to Grant Stuve. Grant Stuve put the Deacon man into the low slot and checked away. And there's a man down right now on the ice. That's number 44, Robert Collada. Collada slow to get up, though. And Turek puts it on. Collada still slow on the ice, and Illinois keeps it, saves by Jack Graham.
Yeah, I think he took a butt of a stick right to the chin.
Charlie Salk throws it to Grant Stuve in the corner. To Kolas behind the net. He works, passes for Turek. Oh, almost a one-timer, blocked away. And then near side corner now. Hansen throws it to Stuve now. Stuve circles the ice. Looks for an open spot in the center of the ice. He shoots on. Oh, and that one just hits the post. Almost a great goal by Grant Stuve. 2 times in the second period, shots hit the post. And the chance now for Neil Novosel. And also blocked away by Hayden.
I don't know, Steven, from my angle, it kind of looked like that puck hit the back of the net, but looks like the play's just going to continue on. It looks like the post once again saved Hayden.
John Moskowitz and Novosel, the first whistle now in 3.5 minutes, and we'll throw it down to Cristiano Simonetta.
We talk a lot about play along the half wall. Head coach Nick Fabrini stressing that. They can't play with us along those boards. Beat them there, and you'll have offensive chances. Grant Stuve doing that along that near side of your guys' angle. He's able to hit that post. 2 pipes for Illinois, and we're only 3:27 in.
Sorry now about the technical difficulties. We don't have the video showing up on the screen.
That's false. False statement.
And ahead, though, is Evan Sabo. Sabo throws it. John Moskowitz down near your side.
Got to make sure to hit that enter key, gentlemen.
Thanks, bud. And Eric's going to try working out. So we're having a good time right now. 15:57, Friday night, second period, switcheroo. Tyler Opilga near your side across the blue line and center ice. Opilga drops for Sabo. Sabo hits a goal in the back of the net. His second goal of the season puts that one up 2-0 against his former team, the Illinois State Redbirds.
Yeah, Illinois tried going at Hayden's blocker side that entire first period, but they switched it up a little bit, and the left-handed Sabo was just able to bury it past Hayden's glove side. Hayden just not able to flash that a little bit, and we'll go down to Cristiano on the ice.
We thought that Evan Sabo would score against his former team in late September. Had a lot of chances. Couldn't do it this time. Tyler Opilka on the rush. Sabo left circle, and he picks that corner right above the glove of Hayden. I think I got my guy who I'm going to interview after that second period.
Hey, hopefully that was on video. It seems to be working now, so maybe it was just Evan Sabo some good luck. But now another chance now. Bobby Ernstine drops her. James looking off for Ernstine. A great dig, and he puts it in the back. Now it's 3-0 after the line and 2 goals in 20 seconds. A great play between James McGing and Bobby Ernstine.
Those are the 2 last people, if I'm ISU, I went on a 2-on-0. And just 2 dangerous dekes. First by McGing to get the defender to slide past him, and then the pass to Ernstine, who then dekes Hayden onto his stomach, and he's just able to poke it in the back of the net.
Man, you're missing out.
You never see Nick Fabrini smile during a game. I just saw it, and with a couple chuckles too. That's sick. Bobby Ernstine and James McGing, that is something that I wouldn't even dream about as a goaltender. It's got to be your worst nightmare.
Mark Hayden couldn't do anything about that one.
No, I don't blame it at all.
Back to action, James McGing, another chance in front, and that dekes in front. Oh, and he loses it. Great play, though, by a Redbird defenseman. That's number 17, Jake Ambrosat. Ambrosat throws in that. It spins around the end boards. And James McGing now across the red line over the blue. As Bobby Ernstine stops. Across the Jack Graham. Jack Graham deflected. Oh, James McGing whiffs right on the right post. And Illinois back to James McGing. McGing 1 deke, 2 dekes. Tries to throw it on, and that'll drop back for Jack Graham. Jack Graham puts on goal. A great glove save by Mark Hayden to keep the score at 3-0.
Boy, number 13 is something, isn't he? He's fun to watch anytime he's on the ice, and you know there isn't a single person out there, at least on this ISU team so far, that could check with him, and he's just able to skate by anyone. It seems like that puck's also just glued to his stick, too, and he whiffed on a goal opportunity as that puck was just bouncing a little too much off that rebound.
Offensive zone draw for the Illini. Chance Holmgren. We'll lose it, but Illinois still stays in their zone. Drew Richter behind the net. Richter surveys, passes to Homer. Homer puts on that. Oh, just deflected. Might be off the right pad of Mark Hayden. And now, Howie. And offsides, Redbirds, 14:38 to go. 3-0 Illinois.
Yeah, I wonder if Ross Lippick's asleep over there. The puck hasn't really been down in his end the entire second period so far. And I wonder if that's what Ken Dottie's saying to him right now. Just, hey, bud, just checking up on you. Everything going all right? Puck hasn't been down here a while.
Different, more energized team here in the second period for the Illini. A neutral zone draw won by the Redbirds. Dumped all the way. Played by Lippick. Lippick spins it around. Dangerous play. That was wide open. It's a missed shot, though. Chance Holmgren grinding nuts. He brings it up. Quarterback set to Drew Richter. Richter tips it for Luke Forfar. Forfar back to Richter. Redbird gets his skate in the way. Deflects the pass. That's Van Dyke. Over to Melton. 89-88. Stolen away by Illinois. Mark Condati into the boards. Neutral ice. Van Dyke now. At center ice, the left point. Pressured by Mike Turk. And now pressured by Drew Richter as well. Into the corner at the end boards. And checked by Van Dyke. And Illinois right now just a lull in the action. 13:43 to go in the second period. Near Near side board, still fighting for the puck right now. 3-0 Illinois. And it comes away as Illinois State. It's good Cohn. Taken away by Drew Richter, though. Holmes on bit over neutral ice. And it has to be taken back by the Redbirds. Gets on sides. Pirelli throws it ahead. And then boards in the corner now. It's Chance Omer. Took a long time there to get the puck going. But Chance Omer now at the left point, into the left circle, goes all the way into them boards. Takes it, spins around. Oh, tried to drop it there for Thomas Cohn. Thrown all the way. Oh, and maybe an open shot there by Kyle Melton, but it's going to be a whistle. Net comes dislodged. 12:50 to go. Illinois up 3-0.
Yeah, Ross got caught coming out of the net a little too much there, and a little thing Tyler Opilka did right there to poke that puck away. That was actually a huge play because Lippick wasn't quite in position yet to make a save on that. So Opilka poking that puck away, keeping it away from the ISU forward was a great play on his part. And you saw Lippick rushing to get back into position, and he kicked the net out of place.
Collado loses the draw, and Grant Stube goes ahead. Cass Kola streaking. He'll drop it over Tyler Opilka. The defenseman. Oh, it's saved by Hayden. And he stops it, so no rebound opportunities to go for Illinois.
Yeah, I talked about that during that intermission report about the defenseman pinching down a little bit more, and that's exactly what we saw from Tyler Opilka as he was on the 3-on-2 rush, not something you normally see out of a defenseman. And he had a great shot trying to go 5-hole on Hayden, and Hayden just makes a great save.
I know, we see that all the time from a guy like Tyler Opilka, one of the best offensive defensemen in the CSCHL. Thomas Colas in the corner, checked on the puck. Charlie Sogg now tries to put it across the boards. That's at the right point, back into the corner. It's Glennon. Glennon throws it across the ice to the far side. Pressured by Colas. Colas comes away with Stube. Stube behind the net. Circles, tries to put it on. Oh, tries to center it for Opilka, but he can't. And taken away. Some great defense on the puck by Illinois State. And Bordeaux is centered there, but Joey Gabriel sticks that one away. And ahead. Colas dumps it in. At the blue line, Illinois will go for a change. In the neutral ice, it goes. Hansen for Illinois State. Down 3-0. Breakaway opportunity. John Moskog now. A 3-on-2 for Illinois. Behind that, circles, and he'll have to reset. Loses control of the puck. John Moskog now takes the puck all the way in and throws out to Joe Nolan. Had a game-winning goal last Friday night against Iowa State. Hansen, though, steals that one, intercepts the pass, cross over the right circle. At the end boards, oh, Joel Nolan takes a huge hit at the boards. He'll go down but get right back up. And now neutral ice we go, near side, and we'll whistle, likely offsides.
Yeah, good for Nolan. Does a little bit too much on the offensive end and turns the puck over, but you saw him hustle all the way down to fight for the puck in the corner in the defensive zone. So him trying to make up for his mistake, and for him he took a hit for it. But it's nice to see him doing those hustle plays like that.
It's the fourth line and the third defensive pairing out there right now for Illinois. But that's not a typical fourth line or third defensive pairing. They can score. Illinois State now, far side. Oh, John Moskog plays the puck great and steals it away. Jack Graham going up near side, pulls up and in. Oh, nice pass to Neil Novosel. Novosel now centers for Evan Sabo, going for his second goal night, but gloved away by Mark Hayden, and that'll stop play.
Yeah, Sabo looks like he's hungry for another goal right there. But, I mean, that one wasn't going to have a chance even to go in the back of the net. It was wide, but Hayden just flashing that glove, trying to warm it up a little bit after Sabo beat it earlier this period.
Evan Sabo playing against his brother last week in several breakaway opportunities. Did a great job on that fourth line and rewarded tonight with his second goal of the season.
On his former team, too. I mean, I'm sure that has to feel pretty sweet.
Illinois wins the draw, and James McGing, Melton tries to check him. Bobby Ernsting in the corner, near side. Had to James McGing. Oh, looking for his second goal of the night. He can't get it. Davey Kilner. Goal line, McGing puts it on. Hayden, nice save.
That was a great save by Hayden right there. He didn't let David Kellner fake him out at all. He knew he was going to pass it to the top, right in the middle slot for McGing, and he was ready for it and made a great blocker save.
Mark Kandai skates far side, dumps the puck behind that. James McGing goes to the goal line and takes it back to the right point. all the way by himself. Bobby Ernstine, James McGing back. Nice two-man game right there. Has a chance to end that. Oh, takes a huge hit from Melton at the goal line. And Bobby Ernstine looking once again for who else? McGing puts down goal, and that's a miss. It's a whiff by David Kellner on the second chance. And Kellner regains possession. And Hayden just stops the puck when he gets a chance. 9:54 to go alongside Eric Fisher. I'm Stephen Cohn. Cristiano Simonetta joins us at ice level. 3-0 Illinois.
Yeah, you're seeing James McGing all over that shit for Illinois right there. Did a little bit too much out there in front of net. Tried to do a little bit too many deke moves right there. But then he was able to make up for it and have a great opportunity. But Hayden making another great save.
2 goals the second period for Illinois. 1 James McGing, 1 Evan Sabo. Illinois can't get anything going as they sloppy pass goes all the way to the red line, the goal line. Illinois State now some great pressure though at the end boards by Illinois. And Illinois State once again, they haven't had a good offensive possession in 5-6 minutes. Tyler Opilka plays the puck in front of the net and throws it ahead. Neutral ice. Luke Forford just tries to poke it ahead and dumped by Illinois State. Ross Lippick behind that plays it. Joey Caprio going to quarterback this rush. Had the chance homer, the sophomore forward. And Joey Caprio takes it again, the Bolingbrook native. Tyler Opilka is line mate. Bobby Ernstine loses it. Luke Fort, Tyler Opilka now. And that one shot way too far. It's the glass end boards. Joey Caprio in the corner. That's Pirelli. 3-0 Illinois. Joey Caprio with behind that. Heads to the Luke Forford. Pressured by a man coming right off the ice. Number 23, Tyler Dickert. Schurz all the way 2-line pass. Ahead to the right point, a shot on goal. And Ross Lippick saves it with his glove. Blocks it away. Joey Caprio now to Grant Stuve. Also lives in that apartment. Grant Stuve, center of the ice. Throws it across the boards. Thomas Kolas chases after it, near side, throws on net. Mark Hayden sticks it away. Almost cleared by Illinois State. They can't though, fully. And stays neutral ice. Finally they do. Just over 8 minutes now left in the second period. Illinois up by 3. That's Tyler Opilka. And Jack Graham. That's not line pairing. They're not done. Opilka. Into neutral ice for Stuve. Stuve, great pass to Kolas. Kolas puts on. Oh, and a nice glove save by Mark Hayden. Might have been wide anyways, but flashing some leather right now.
Yeah, you can't say any of the goals Hayden's given up tonight are his fault, as he's doing his best effort out here to keep his team in it. And I mean, we always say it, the most dangerous lead in hockey is a 3-goal lead. And there's still plenty of time in this second period for ISU to maybe get a goal or two and make this a pretty close game heading into the third.
They only lose the draw, but they win it because they have possession. Jack Graham all the way back. Head for Joe Nolan to John Moskaluk. John Moskaluk skates into the corner. Neil Novosel played for D2 Illinois last year. Up on the D1 team this year, 4th line. Evan Sabo to Novosel's line mate all the way too high. That's the boards. Joe Nolan far side. Nolan at the end boards. Drops it. Keeps it. And sticked away. Jack Graham now near side at the right point. Throws it across the boards behind that. Neil Novosel. Joe Nolan calling for it at the point. Slap shot. No, that's a blocked away. Illinois retains possession. And we have a whistle with 6:55 left in the second.
Yeah, not a full slap shot by Nolan right there, more of a wrister. And when a guy at the blue line does that, that's when he's normally trying to go for a deflection, as we saw a bunch of bodies in front of Hayden right there. So Nolan hoping to get that deflection and maybe get something in the back of the net. But it looks like we have John Moskaluk heading to the penalty box. Looks like the Illini are going to be shorthanded here for 2 minutes.
Illinois takes their second penalty of the night. With 6:55 left to go in the second period.
We know why he got called for that, John didn't, but nonetheless, interference right in front of the goaltender, and I think that was the call with 6:50 left in the first.
James McGing jumps the puck. Does a nice job, almost dumps it though. He can't. Illinois successfully killed the first power play by Illinois State tonight. Ambrose hat from the point, deflected. And Bobby Ernstine at the point, dumps it away. James McGinn, you might have a chance for a breakaway now if he gets to it fast enough. Hayden's going to play it, though. And take away that opportunity.
Yeah, McGinn looked a little gassed there, too, on that fast break opportunity.
Been on the ice for over 2 minutes. Can you blame him? The answer is no, you can't blame him.
Oh, you wanted me to answer that?
Yeah, it was not rhetorical. Kawada! Offsides. 6:09 left to go. 1:15 left on the power play.
Yeah, I mean, ISU needs to get something going here. This is prime opportunity for them to maybe get one on the board, as you have, or last shift it was prime opportunity for them because they had gassed guys out there, but now Illinois has a fresh penalty kill unit, and I mean, we'll see what they could do here.
Neutral zone draw, won by the Redbirds. Out of Bloomington. Melton. Cohn. And Cohn loses his puck in the middle of the ice. Oh, and sticked away by Ross the Boss Libick. And neutral ice it goes again. Halfway down the power play for the Redbirds. 5 minutes to go left in the second period. Van Dyke, too far. And Illinois State, I think Illinois has more opportunities so far in this power play than Illinois State does.
Yeah, I mean, the only time the puck has gotten on Lipick so far is just when a loose puck.
Maybe a chance now, but that went too far for Addy. I know if the surrender is and try to reset, but Illinois playing some great man defense right now. And neutral ice it goes. Forfar has homered and deflected away by Van Dyke, and Hayden has to jump on the puck. 5:17 to go, an offensive zone draw for the Illini on the PK.
Yeah, ISU just looks a step slow with this Illinois team so far, and even on the power play opportunity, they just can't seem to beat the Illini along the boards at all. And when that's happening, and your team has an advantage, that's just not a good sign of things to come.
I'm Steven. Oh, yeah, we got Cristiano down there. I was just going to introduce the broadcast again, but it's fine. It's all you.
Especially against a team, Eric, building off that point, who allowed 3 power play goals over the last weekend against Iowa State. Is a big power play for them to break through, but Chance Homer being one of the guys to lead them away.
Draws won by Luke Forfar, but Illinois can't keep the puck. 15 seconds to go. One last rush for the Redbirds on this power play. They throw it ahead. Nolan gets to it first, and he throws it across the boards to Luke Forfar. Can't really see what happened there. But there's a whistle with 6 seconds left on the power play.
Yeah, it looks like the puck was just out of play. There's a little fan interaction here going through the second period here. Things have kind of hit a lull for the moment after that pretty exciting James McGinn and Bobby Ernstine shift that came through the mid stages of the period. So just making sure the fans are awake.
Yeah, that's what we're about here, making sure the fans are awake. So we throw pucks in the stands.
Yeah, every once in a while you got to lob one up there. Just give one to the kids, too.
Illinois successfully kills their second BK of the night. 5-on-5 hockey once again. 4:47 to go in the second period. Illinois up 3-0. And neutral ice, it's Howie. Throws it ahead. Saved by Libick, and he'll drop it for Jack Graham. First-year defenseman. Graham takes it across the block, eye over the blue. He loses. Illinois will go for a change. To Malawi, near side. Defense by Kolas. Cross ice, two-eye pass. Another nice glove save by Ross Libick, and he's been mistake-free all night long.
Yeah, I mean, this Illinois defense hasn't given him a reason to make a mistake either. I mean, the first period they made a couple bad turnovers where Ross had to stand up and really make a big-time save, but I mean, that was probably his toughest save of the second period, and that's saying something because that's a pretty routine save for a goaltender when someone's coming at you from the right or left wing area.
Draw on the left of Libick, won by the Redbirds. To the end boards, it goes into the corner. Brent Stube tries to come away with it, blocked away. Some pressure right now, fighting for the puck. Tip free to Opilka. Opilka to Charlie Salk, played some defense last year. Now he's a forward going to the high slot, low slot to the left point. Left circle check down. And back for Joey Caprio at the left point. Opilka at the right point. Opilka shoots it on. Oh, and another nice save by Mark Hayden. Going for a reflection right there, 3:47 in the second.
Yeah, not really a whole lot on that one by Opilka, but I think what he was trying to do there is just just try to get the face-off opportunity. So this dangerous first line of Illinois, coming out of Illinois, Bobby Ernting, David Kellner, and James McGee can come out here, maybe see if they can put the 4th goal for Illinois on the board.
Won by the Redbirds. Stays in Illinois zone. Saved by James McGee. He keeps it. 3-on-2 for Illinois. McGee puts it on. Deflected by Hayden.
Yeah, McGee got in the way of Ernting there. He looked like he was going to have another rebound opportunity, but McGee put his stick on the puck as well, and puck just bounced off to the corner as a result.
Battle behind that, won by the Redbirds. There goes number 19, Alan Howie. At the near side, fights for it, broken free. Behind that is Joey Caprio. Another whistle.
Illinois heading to the box again. Looks like a possible elbowing call on David Kellner.
So Illinois 3 penalties so far tonight, but still up 3-0 as well. Alongside Eric Fisher, I'm Stephen Cohn. Cristiano Simonetta is down to ice level. They're watching Illini hockey as they're up 3-0 at Illinois State here at WPGU 107.1. And also on YouTube, we got video now. We'll be at Ohio next weekend in Athens for Illinois and Ohio as final road series of the regular season. Right now we're still focused on the Redbirds. Illinois is. At the right point. To the point from Malawi. Shoots it on, going for deflection. Melton in the corner. Tries to get out. Pressure by McGee. Behind that, more Illinois State. Right now playing a lot behind, then not trying to get much in the center of the ice. Ernting. That's McGee now on Malawi. Back to the point. To Melton. To the right circle. Start going around, 2.5 minutes to go in the second period. Behind that once again, and just cleared away by James McGee, who else set his name on in the second period, doing it on both ends of the ice.
Yeah, and something you want to saw next year, I've talked about it all year, is how the Illini have been able to implement more offensive-minded forwards into the penalty kill, which gives their penalty kill a lot more shorthand opportunities.
Doesn't feel like Illinois State's on the PK, on the power play. Haven't really gotten many shots so far tonight. Pass too far. Jack Graham fights for it at the end boards. Illinois attempts to come away with it under 2 minutes to go in the second period. 35 seconds to go on the PK for Illinois. Malawi, left point. Passes to the goal line. Holds. Passes out. To Malawi, shoots. Deflection, and Ross Libick just able to get that one. Nice athletic play by Libick. Back to Malawi at the point. One more chance for the Redbirds. Stolen away by Luke Forfart. 3-on-2 for Illinois if they're quick enough. Chance Homer drops it for Joe Nolan. Nolan looks for Luke Forfart, but not able to get to him. 5 seconds left. 1-on-1 now on the power play for Illinois State. One more shot. That'll be a miss. Back to 5-on-5 hockey for 75 seconds. Neutralized Chance Homer. John Moskog now. Back to Homer. Walked away. Luke Forfart behind net. 1 minute to go in the second period. Illinois up 3-0. Forfart spinning pass. And Caprio from the point. Neil Novus now. Mark Hayden down right now on the ice. I don't know if he's okay or if he just can't get up. He's able to get up. Tyler Opilka, no interference surprisingly. And Opilka misses. 45 seconds to go. Opilka at the right point. Caprio at the left. Caprio shoots it on. Saved by Mark Hayden. He's gone through a lot in that 15 seconds.
Oh my gosh, everyone should tip their cap to Mark Hayden right there. Sprawling on the ice, rolling around, and he's able to get to that right post while laying on his back and deflect that puck.
And Cristiano Simonetta can't talk right now, but 38 seconds to go in the second period. Tyler Opilka off the draw, takes the pass, misses the shot, deflected away.
Mark Hayden just flailing right there, trying to get a piece of the puck, waiting for anyone to take the shot, and he was able to get it. Just a beautiful save, and he's really keeping ISU in this.
Ambrosat to Norway. And almost a save. Everyone else thought it was a save, but the clock didn't stop. And pass in front is wide. So Opilka under 10 seconds to go in the second period. Moskva thrown away by Schurz. 5 seconds left. Maybe one more shot for the Redbirds. It'll be a slap shot. It's a miss.
Oh, my.
Second chance, also a miss. And that'll be the end of the second period. So a flurry of shots by the Redbirds as that second period comes to a close. But the 2 early goals give Illinois a 3-goal lead, and despite the few penalties, the Illini sitting pretty entering the final period.
And Ross Lippick makes his best save of the night as he was sprawling from one post to the other, and he was able to get his chest on that to make a save and keep ISU off the board. We're going down.
We'll throw it down to Cristiano Simonetta with Evan Sabo. I thought I was going to talk to Dave Heflin, but Evan Sabo right now down ice level with Cristiano Simonetta.
So we thought you'd score in late September against your former team. How good did it feel to get one against the Redbirds now at home?
Oh, it feels great. I mean, our line's working so hard out there. I mean, I think we earned that one. I mean, it's just a relieving feeling to get it off my chest.
So now you look at the fourth line. You mentioned you got rewarded for that one. The production in terms of statistics may not be there, but how would you describe your fourth line and your overall bottom six play this season? I think the Illini's bottom six has been one of their most consistent parts throughout the entire season.
Yeah, I agree with you because we could put anyone in our bottom six, and they'll work as hard as anyone else. I mean, the production, yeah, it might not be there, but the energy and the momentum our team gets is definitely there.
All right, thanks, Evan. Good luck in the third.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys up in the treehouse.
No joke from Cristiano either. So
No,
not a
he's
day
not
for
cool
jokes.
enough.
No, not at all.
It's not witty.
Hey, but
I'm
you get
witty.
more of Eric and me. Eric and I in just a few minutes here, the second period intermission of Illini hockey. After 2 periods of play, it's Illinois 3, Illinois State nothing. You're listening to WPGU 107.1.
WPGU 107.1. On Twitter at WPGU 1071.
to Illini Hockey on WPGU. Now time for the Intermission Report.
We're back here the second.
You're listening to Illini.
And we're back here for the third period. Second period intermission here in Illini Hockey on WPGU 107.1 and YouTube alongside Eric Fisher. I'm Stephen Cohn. And Illinois gets 2 goals in that second period. I'm just going to clear up a few misconceptions and things I might have said there, just so everyone knows everything right now. So that second goal was scored by Evan Sabo. Third goal.
We're good on that.
Not his second. Not his second goal. Third goal of the season for the former Illinois State Redbird. That third goal scored by Illinois, not scored by James McGing, but the second goal of the night for Bobby Ernsting. So,
yeah, what a beautiful goal it was, too. I mean, first off, you have James McGing. It started off as a 2-on-1, but James McGing made quick work of that, made a quick deke move to have the ISU defender just fly by. And he makes a nice little touch pass to Bobby Ernsting, who then showed off his deking ability, getting Hayden on his stomach on a fake, and he was just able to poke it right behind him. I mean, if you're, and Cristiano said it himself, you saw head coach Nick Fabrini smile on that one. And you and me both talked to Nick Fabrini before. He doesn't smile, Steven.
No. He's a happy guy, but he's not going to show it in the middle of a rivalry game with Illinois State. Last year I was down at ice level for that 11-0 drubbing against Illinois State, and I don't think he was smiling that game. There were like 2 guys with like hat tricks. So it's amazing that tonight in a 3-0 game against a team, much improved Illinois State team, that he's smiling.
I don't know if I've seen Nick Fabrini smile in a picture. I wonder if like family Christmases, it's just like him straight face and like everyone else is smiling. I mean, good time.
Well, I've seen some from that 2008 ACHA undefeated national championship team that if you talk to Nick Fabrini for like 3 minutes ever, he will get to that topic like twice. like he will mention the fact that he was on the team that were undefeated and won national championship the last time Illinois won the national championship in the ACHA. But he might have been smiling back then, but he never smiles now. But he's well respected in the CSCHL. He's got one of the best teams in the country, ranked 8th, and he's got a team that looks ready, I think, for the rest of the season.
Yeah, they look. I know the opponent out here isn't one of a CSCHL one, but I mean this Illinois team, this last stretch of the season, go to Iowa State and get a huge sweep on the road like that. I mean this Illinois team is looking poised to really make a deep run here in this postseason. They have a couple guys banged up right now, and Joey Rittendale and Eric Cruikshank just getting some rest here tonight. But once playoff time comes, and if this team's fully healthy, David Heflin's playing at his top game, this is going to be a dangerous team that could go pretty far.
But I'm enjoying tonight watching nobody else but James McGing and Bobby Ernsting. How many times they're going to get chances tonight? They're just something special to watch.
I mean, I would love just to see those guys on every shift. I mean, it's not humanly possible. I mean, it's possible, but I mean, there's no way they'd be able to keep up the offensive output. But I mean, yeah, those 2 guys, their chemistry. I talked to him earlier in the season. I talked to James specifically about it, and it was really weird, he said, playing along Ernsting, because he was just so similar to him. He had his same sort of mindset, and Ernsting would kind of go off and do his own thing like James did. And it took him a while, a little bit to really mesh with that and really learn how to play next to Ernsting. But I mean, as soon as they did, I mean, those 2 are just, they're just fire whenever they're on the ice. The chemistry those 2 have, they don't even have to look at each other where they are on the ice. They just know. And both of them are very good at being playmakers in general. And when you have 2 playmakers on one line, it's going to be a dangerous shift for the other team.
And it's not just that, but we're getting down to the home stretch of the season. Only 3 more home games after tonight, about 10 games left in the season, barring a deep run in the ACHA tournament, which Illinois is hoping for. And after that, then, this is like Bobby Ernsting's team. And Chan Zomerin and Luke Forfar, whoever's on the team next year, this is their team. And how do you feel like they're being maybe groomed for that role next season?
Well, I mean, I feel like they're almost ready. I mean, you see those guys. The thing is about this Illinois team, it's just not the seniors that come out and play consistently every night. it's the top 6 guys, it's the bottom 6 guys. It could be anyone's night on any given game, because this team, through all 4 lines, can play at a competitively high level, and that's just a sign of a team that's ready to make a deep postseason run. And so I feel like those sophomores and freshmen of Bobby Ernstine, Joe Nolan, you have Luke Forfar. Those guys are going to be ready to really lead this team next year. And plus, you have guys like Thomas Kolas and John Moskowitz too, who they might not be able to they might not be putting up the same level of production as, say, Bobby Ernstine may be, but those guys are also deadly offensive players, and they're only going to get better as the years go on.
And let's get back to the game at hand just for a minute. Illinois State's only down by 3 goals with a period left. Do they have a chance to get back in this game? What do they have to do to maybe try to tie it up, win it?
I mean, if they can net one early here in this 3rd period, I mean, it's only a 2-goal game, and they have roughly 20 minutes left of hockey to play. And, I mean, 2 goals in 1 period is easily manageable.
Is there something they have to do, though, to get those goals?
I was going.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. My bad. No,
I'm just breaking down the whole.
Hey, we only have like 30 seconds left.
All right, well, first things first, they have to get the puck out of their own zone. I mean, Illinois has just been controlling the pace of the game and keeping it in their own zone. So defense leads the offense. So if they could maybe win some battles along the boards and really get good odd man rush like they did towards the end of that 2nd period, where they got a couple of nice opportunities on Ross Lippick because they're able to force turnovers along their own blue line and neutral zone, that could lead to a 3-on-2 rush, and anything can go on that. And you have Ross Lippick, who knows if he's fully 100% or if he's really capable of really using his wide frame to be able to go side to side like that. So maybe ISU could take advantages like that and maybe fight to get themselves back in this game.
Yeah, a lot of long pauses by me in that 2nd period, just because there were a lot of battles at the boards and the puck just being held against the boards.
Yeah.
And not much
battling. ISU is battling. I mean, they might not be able to keep up with Illinois speed-wise, but they're sure battling along the boards and in the corners, and that's great to see that competitive nature.
2 scores in the 3rd period.
Drew Richter.
Drew Richter's going to score. So Evan Sabo gets his 3rd goal of the season. Bobby Ernstine, that's his 2nd tonight. That's the 2nd period intermission. We're on to the 3rd period here. Illinois up 3-0 over Illinois State. You're listening to WPGU 107.1.
Been crossed and lost and told no, and I've come back unshaken, let down and lived and let go. So you can let it be known, I don't hold back, I hold my own. I can't be mapped, I can't be cloned. I can't see flat, it ain't my tone. I can't fall back, I came too far. Hold myself up and love my scars. Let the bells ring wherever they are, 'cause I was there saying, and these promises broken deep below. Each word gets lost in the echo. So why
And now time for the second period. Illini hockey on WPGU 107.1.
Hi, everybody. We welcome you into the Big Pond here in Champaign, Illinois. Start of the third period. Hey, everybody. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside. Eric Fisher's down at ice level. Start of the third period. 3-0 Illinois over the Illinois State Redbirds. Having Sabo with a goal. Bobby Ernsting with a goal in that second frame. It was exciting. How will they build off of it?
Well, I think they're going to score more goals. That's how it's going to happen. Just got to keep playing aggressive and can't lose this 3-goal lead right now. That might ruin the season.
Illinois wins the draw. Ross Lippick sets one up on a tee for Joey Caprio. Caprio to the far side where it's Opilka. And for number 5 in orange and gray, goes cross corner into the Redbird zone. Ernsting drops one. Opilka shoots one and a save made by Hayden. He let up a rebound on the left circle. Now McGing drops one back for Caprio. Puck skittered over his stick and out to center. 32 seconds into the first period, or rather third period. I don't even know where we are right now. We're in the Big Pond. Third period, Illinois up 3-0 over the Redbirds.
Quiet night from Tyler Opilka so far. I like to see him get a shot early in this third period like that one.
Norway clears it in. Lippick for Caprio, wrapping one along the far side for Opilka. Kellner has to dodge a check. Puck is punched into the middle area in the Illini defensive zone. And now it's back into the Redbirds' end. Cleared down to the middle. Basasi tips one back. And here is Joe Nolan. Nolan smooth skating out of his own zone, now to the near side. It is McGing stopping and starting. Here he comes, James McGing. Along that far circle, 18:55 left in the third period. Illinois up 3-0. Jack Graham lets one go. That was wide of the blocker of Hayton. And now to the near side. It's Nolan fighting with Basasi, but Robert Collada speeds away along the right wing. One-on-one there with McGing. Collada lost his footing, one hand on his stick, got it for number 66, Trevor Hansen. Along the far side was Mullally, but that puck couldn't settle down on his stick. He'll go back into center ice and now his own zone, 90 seconds into the third period.
Illinois, none of the periods today, they really came out really aggressive so far. It started to happen in the first 5-6 minutes, so same case in the third period.
Jack Graham, the junior, skating to the neutral zone, over the red line, blue line, left side. He clears one in, rattling along the dashers, now to the right point. Luke Forfar, 25 points in 35 games last season as a freshman, and it is Chance Holmgren. Holmgren has Kendati, the left circle option instead. Holmgren's going to wind it up. On the right side, it's Turek. Mike Turek out in front. Forfar shoots. He fanned on it. Now Kendati with one last chance to keep it in and punches it back. It is Holmgren looking to go far side for Kendati. Instead, fakes around a man. Chance Holmgren wide open. Takes the slap shot. Now goal line for Kendati off the outside of the cage. And Richter battles one back for the far side half wall. In Kendati. And Kendati pressuring Duckman, and he's going to take a minor and offensive zone penalty as he had a chance to release that right arm. And he's pleading his case that Duckman held onto his stick. Nonetheless, 2:29 into the third period. Illinois to their fourth PK of the night.
Credit Illinois State. They haven't taken any penalties so far tonight, but it was the issue last weekend with all those offensive zone penalties. None of them really came back to bite that Illini too bad. But right now, again, it's a tough situation because you still have the puck. It's past the blue line, and take that penalty now and allow the offensive zone draw.
Joey Bauer on the draw with Neil Novosel. Novosel won it to the far side corner. Opilka with Caprio, and Caprio clears one off the official. Could be a 3-on-2 rush from Illinois shorthanded. It is Novosel ranging in, now to the right point. Moskala has Opilka up high, instead goes for a goal line play, hits the official again. And Novosel couldn't retrieve the puck in the high slot. It is Van Dyke. 17:09 left in the third period. Illinois up 3-0. Mark Kendati sits 2 minutes in the penalty box. The Redbirds are going to score their first goal of the weekend. Jeremy Norway down on the goal line. Puck comes out high for Van Dyke. Andrew Van Dyke spins one down low for Cohn. And for Bauer, touch pass for Van Dyke. They play pitch and catch. Bauer on that right circle. Now Cohn, tough angle. Floating one out high for Melton. They'll keep the puck in. Just at the top of your screen if you're tuning in on YouTube on WPGU 107.1. You hear my voice, Cristiano Simonetta. Stephen Cohn alongside Eric Fisher down at ice level. 3-0 Illinois. Cohn. Now back for Van Dyke, right circle, step again, shoots one, and a high save there by Rossi to fight that one off. It lands almost on the dasher of the end boards, and a glove is yard sailed as Norway retrieves that mitt. And using that mitt, he grabs the puck and throws it back down into his stick. 40 seconds left on the ISU power play. It's Van Dyke, right circle, down low for Bauer. Low slot play and tipped away by Opilka as Jeremy Norway was wide open in between the circles and would have had a blocker side on Lippick.
Evan Sabo was the first forward off the bench in that PK. A lot of trust from Nick Fabrini, not to put a guy like Luke Forfar, who was waiting that whole time.
Number 89, Van Dyke, with 18 seconds left in the Redbirds power play. Adam Howie in for Colada. That tip was just negated there by Joe Nolan's active stick. Now on the near side with 5 seconds to go. To the right point. And battered back into Hansen. Back to even strength now to the right point, the Redbirds. That seems to be their only option here. Half wall, go back to Shores to the right point. And now they'll try backdoor play, and Ross is able to steer that one away after a shot coming from Colada. Didn't get the most mustard on it, but he still directed it into the blue paint. 15-10 left in the third period.
Jack Graham, great help in front of the net to poke that one away.
Whenever Ross has been off his game slightly, as Colada ricochets one off the outside of the cage, outside of the iron. The defense has been the team, and again, hitting one off the outside of the post. Not sure if the Redbirds know that you're supposed to score inside the net, not the outside of it.
Hey, they've hit the cage a lot tonight, so they've gone to the net, and that might be something to watch out for tomorrow night if they can capitalize on those chances.
Yeah, if we were playing Pond, they'd be doing pretty well in the game post, but they're trying to hit the twine, and they failed to do so. 5 minutes and 25 seconds into this third period, as well as the entire game. 3-0 Illinois. Now Tom Kolas left circle, battling through two. And Ryan Glennon, no relation to Bears quarterback Mike Glennon, now out in front. Condotti's shot was blocked away. And here is Kolas. 14-19 left in the third period. Colada stripped quickly by Kolas. Out in front, a chance for Salk, and now off the skate of Condotti and out to center.
Just had to bring up Mike Glennon. Sore subject.
Whenever I see the last name Glennon now, that's going to be the first thing I think of. $15 million?
It's really a lot of money. It wasn't that good.
It's a lot of money. Stuve would certainly love to be paid that much in this league. He takes around a man. And now it's out to the high slot where the Redbirds take over, but the back checking and the ferociousness of Tom Kolas disrupts an oncoming rush from the Redbirds. And now Condotti, who's played a lot in this third period, needs to get off, but first has to get the puck to neutral ice first. Stuve ranging through the middle. Now on the left circle, 1-on-4, takes a hit, makes a play, but it's stolen away now by ISU. Along the right side for Andrew Van Dyke in the Illini zone. He goes forehand, backhand. A trio of times, and he fooled Crosley Duckman, his teammate, and goes off sides. 6 minutes and 38 seconds into the third period, 3-0 Illinois.
And that third line defensive pairing of, it's not Jack Graham Markendite tonight, but it has been lately. That's kind of maybe been a concern for many fans of this Illini team. But I feel like last weekend, last Saturday, especially with their goals in Saturday's game, and so far tonight, that's been a pair that's been playing really well.
Bauer on the draw with Holmgren. Bauer goes across from Holmgren and now attacks Opilka at the right side in the Illini zone. Jeremy Norway has one on the near side. He'll spiral one for Jake Ambersaddle. On the goal line out in front, Norway's shot was blocked away. And push check, slaps one over cross corner to the far side. And here is Norway, 7 minutes into the third period. 3-0 Illinois, but the Redbirds pressuring here. Holmgren takes one out to center for push check. Richter pressuring him. Comes free for Bauer. He'll slip one down the ice. Forfar now for Caprio. Fan on the pass. He recovers and outlets one for Opilka along the weak side. Pretty interesting, Stephen. The Illini have not had a power play in this game yet. And Illinois State took 18 minor penalties in 2 games against Adrian last weekend.
And they lost on Saturday 6-2. It was not a good series for Illinois State. So I don't know if it's discipline. I just feel like they're trying not to lose. They're not playing to win. They're playing not to lose is what it kind of feels like. And it's working. They're down by 3.
But they're able to be aggressive because they killed all 18 against a team that's top 5 in the country.
Incredible.
Here's Connor Basaisi on the right circle, wanting to toe drag. Joe Nolan closes that door and closes that gap in a hurry. And here is Sabo. Almost a suicide pass to Neil Novosel, but Trevor Hansen didn't clean him out as efficiently as he wanted to. He stayed on his feet. Graham with a wanded effort. fanned on it. Gets it right back right point. Graham into the skates of Novosel. And now Moskluk plays it along the half boards. Down low for Sabo. Awkward carom came for Dan Addy. He'll go between his legs. Now on the near side, Connor Basasi with 11:50 left in the third period. Big jolting hit, and it's shot in. Wide, and now Moskluk on his backhand, out in front. Novosel was tied up. Jack Graham, will he shoot it? Instead defers over to the left side, goes through Nolan's legs and back onto his stick. Moskluk down low along the left circle. Illinois State to take it out. But now Sabo creating some havoc. And here comes Sabo with Moskluk out in front. Sabo in front for John, and a save made there by Hayton. But good work from the fourth line. And they're not exactly done yet with Bobby Ernsting, that is, on the pinch. But Robert Collada goes 1-on-4. And he gets canceled out by Graham.
Look at that chase down by Bobby Ernsting. Great play.
And Duckman is able to close the gap on him, as well as Howie. 11:05 left in the third period. 3-0 Illinois over the Illinois State Redbirds. James Gang hoping to line it up. And he failed to do so as his teammates were miscommunicating with each other. Kellner went offsides. 10:57 left in the third period. Still that 3 spot up there for the home team.
I'm still stuck in the 18 penalties from last week. They had 36 minutes on the PK. They didn't give up a single goal on the PK, and they still gave up 6 goals.
And they let up 10 the night before.
That's incredible. That's a lot of even strength goals.
Right you are. And now it's McGing to the near side. Kellner with a lot of speed on the backhand, but now on the wrap chance. Puck comes out to center. 2-on-1 for the Redbirds. Left side. Out in front, and Van Dyke was just unable to poke that to the far side, and he is adamant about that one. Kyle Melton with the rush along that far wing, but Van Dyke couldn't slip it through the legs of Ross Lippick, who knocks off his own netting. 9:23 into the third period.
Guys, we're halfway through the third period, and I think it's safe to say that Ross might have a little something going here.
Yeah, but you don't want to say what's going, Eric.
I'm not gonna say I know how to play this game. But I mean, Ross just had a great overall performance here tonight. He's made the saves he's had to make, and the defense for the Illini has been helping him out.
Yeah, Ross Lippick 2-0 on the season, but now the Redbirds hoping to put a dent in his goals against average. Here is Ernsting along the far side. Nice pass for David. Counter right circle. He's in. He shoots. That was blocked away by the leg of number 21, push check. Toe drag there from McGing, as well as Ernsting to the far side. James McGing poked one with one hand on his stick. Turek turned it over, and that pass almost sprung Ambersat, but too far in front of him. Pass out to the middle, and David Counter lets that one go through his legs.
No, just Illinois State's having chances on these odd man rushes, and they can't get the puck in the right spot.
Ooh, Ernsting wanting to toe drag through push check, but push check read his playbook. Now on the near side, right wing into the Illini zone. Ambersat out to the middle for push check on his backhand. And that's off the outside of the cage. It's not like we've seen that the entire game, as Ross covering up those posts. Kolas drops it for Salk. He shoots, deflected it in! Grant Stuve may have got it. 23 into the third period. It's 4-0 Illinois.
Hey, I don't know what that was. This guy just a shot from that right point. Maybe a little deflection. Somehow got to the back of the net, but those are kinds of shots that Illinois is going to score. It just can't be those misdirects.
Yeah, Kolas left the puck for Charlie Salk, and he shot it in there. It looks like it bounced off an ISU defender's skate, and then it looks like it just bounced off of Grant Stuve's body as a result, and he's going to pick up the goal, and the Illini are going to be up 4-0. Comfy lead with about 9:37 left.
And that would snap a 7-game goal drought for Grant Stuve. His last goal against Robert Morris on January 5th. He has 3 points in his last 5 games, and adding to that streak, the senior gets it done. 9:37 left in the third period. That's about the most monotonous goal I've ever called since, if you haven't noticed by now, battling a bit of a bug, but still good enough.
Oh, bummer.
To be in the booth with you all as Charlie Salk goes off sides. And Opilka is going to get credit for the goal, and the players on the bench point right to him. So we'll see what the official call is going to be with 9:30 left in the third period.
That's questionable.
But
I think it was Grant Stuve.
We'll find out. Stuve was the guy in the middle. But what do I know, Steven? I've been doing this for a couple years, and sometimes Larry down at ice level has a different eye than I do. Here is Charlie Salk spinning away from a check. Goes down low for Stuve. I'm sure that's Grant Stuve, right? Number 25?
Yeah, that's him. He's quick.
All right.
He's fast.
And he rolls off a check out in front for Salk. That one was kicked away. Now the Redbirds go with 9 minutes left in the third period. Basasi pushed off the puck by Kolas with Kalata pressuring him. And a stick comes up on Kolas. Now here's Stuve. And Kolas on a 2-on-1 with Salk. He shoots. Oh, wide of the glove side of Hayton.
He wants that goal.
A similar goal that we saw him score against Robert Morris. His first goal as a member of the Illini in Bensonville last month. Joey Capriol on the near side. Backhands one for Holmgren. Left circle, chance Holmgren stepping in. Backdoor, left pad save there by Hayton. And a whistle coming up. The Illini are going to go to the power play. 11:35 into the third period. A hooking minor, but a great left pad save from Mark Hayton to keep this game 4-0.
Yeah, that last hit by Grant Stuve got the oohs and ahs out of the Illini bench, and they rose to their feet as maybe Stuve was taking a little frustration out for not maybe getting that goal call that he was wanted.
Hey, but I think right now, if you're an Illinois senior like Grant Stuve, you're just happy your team's up by 4. It's not as individual the thing right now. Just you're going to come away with a win. It's a little closer than maybe the line I thought it'd be.
And Illini getting their first power play opportunity tonight. I mean, something we probably expect. We talked about all game how we probably expected a little bit more of. But I mean, you got the also dangerous James McGing out there, and you got Drew Richter who's trying to keep it in, but he can't.
8:20 left in the third period, 4-0 Illinois. As the Illini were 3 for 8 on the power play last week against Iowa State. But ISU, 18 for 18 on the PK against Adrian. Can the Illini finally break through? Here's Stuve. Opilka, top of the umbrella for Stuve. And Opilka now a low slot. Look at this passing here. Richter with a quick fire, but he missed everything. Keeping one to the right point is Opilka. And just as I say that, he lost it. Jeremy Norway, we have a breakaway. Ross coming out and clears it away. The mobility of the sophomore goaltender coming through there. Holmgren's onside. So is McGing, left circle. He'll stop up. Richter shooting. Right pad save there by Hayton. And McGing for Stuve, who's wide open. He fakes around a man. Looking backdoor and in front. That would have been a pitch-perfect play, but it's cleared away by the Redbirds. Passing sequence. Illinois is looking like the Harlem Globetrotters. 60 seconds left on the power play.
Hey, they weren't looking like the Globetrotters when Opilka had that turnover. Usually very steady-handed. Almost never turns over the blue line. Did right there.
Through the middle, it's Kolas. Lost it to number 11. That's Glennon. The other way. And look who's there to defend him well. Joe Nolan. Last line of defense for Illinois aside from Ross on this power play. 7 minutes left in the third period. 35 seconds of power play time. Pirelli sits 2 minutes for hooking. Kolas gains a line easily. Now for Forfar, and Kolas again along the near side. Nolan had the puck bounce on him, so Illinois' power play, or perhaps the Redbirds' PK, besting them here. But they've got one last shot, 15 seconds left. That pass goes over his stick, and now Dan Addy, the patient Dan Addy, clears the puck away. Ross comes out to play it. Pirelli's out in 5 seconds. 6:29 left in the third.
Yeah, definitely. Illinois is playing a really clean game so far tonight, but got to be crisper on that power play, especially the blue line.
Graham going for Nolan. Freshman defenseman. Through the middle for John Moskaluk. Here comes John. Left circle. Forgot the puck. Retrieved it back for himself. Here is Forfar. Spinning away along the goal line. Out of Darien. Forfar wraps one along the opposite side for Hansen. His pass was around the paraphernalia of Sabo, but onto the stick now of Moskaluk as well as Sabo, but finally to the middle where Novosel will have to retreat for Illinois and wait for Moskaluk to get back on side. He goes back for Graham. Kendati on the end boards. Now for Graham with 5:40 left in the third period. We're back to even strength play here. After Pirelli exited the box about a minute ago. Here is Graham. Down low for Moskaluk. Has a far side option in Kendati. He's calling for the puck. He wants it. Moskaluk out in front. Hayton was able to direct that puck to the far side corner. On the half wall, Kendati, the sophomore blue liner. Push check with it now. He is canceled out. And a penalty coming up. 2 minutes for boarding on Neil Novosel with 5:19 left in the third. Looked a bit routine. Referees thought otherwise. 14-41 into the third period. The Redbirds with another shot at the man advantage.
even strength for Illinois in offense tonight. They're playing really, it's always that common hockey trope, gotta get pucks deep. Everything for Illinois so far, I feel, has been deep. Maybe just a little more like at the high slot, at the points, just to get some of those more redirects. It obviously worked on the last goal.
Bauer lost the draw to Homer, and it's Turek rifling one along that left point, kept in there by the Redbirds. Bauer using the glass down low. To the left point, it's Melton, who had a goal against Illinois in late September during their 2-game series. Here's Van Dyke. Now for Kokorin. And Van Dyke again, right circle. Candati begging him to shoot because he wants to block it away. Now it's Kokorin. Patient skating here for number 22 and red, white, and black. Down low for Joey Bauer. Melton wanted that in his wheelhouse. Got it a bit too inside. Handcuffed him a bit. Kokorin, right circle. Going across, miscommunication there as Van Dyke was about to reverse and counter, clears it away. 1:19 left in the power play, 4:35 left in the game.
Hey, Illinois PUK playing really, really well tonight.
Kokorin, right circle, shoots one, blocked by Homer. He gets a second chance, a left pad save there by Ross. He didn't know where that puck had gone, but once he saw it on the stick of Kokorin, flashed out that left pillow and got enough of it. Now here comes James again. Out in front was John Moskalik on a spinning chance. And he finally gets it out as Bauer may have just saved a goal for Illinois State on that back check as Moskalik was wide open at the far side with 4:05 left to go in the third.
Yeah, I would not want to play the puck with James McGinn. He is very aggressive on the puck.
Here is Howie, spinning one, and Moskalik pokes it away. Illinois State trying to get something done. McGinn with a little tap on the shin pads, and a Redbird goes down. Nothing called of it as Howie gets back to his skates. He gets the puck back with 3:40 left in the third period. 20 seconds left on Novosel's minor for tripping. Boarding. Down the right wing side along the near side at Schurz. He shoots one off the right skate of Caprio. And McGinn decides he'll go to the bench, but we've definitely seen James McGinn in prior games push that extra nitrous button as that pass was blocked away by Forfar. Back to even strength with 3:20 left in the third period. 4-0 Illinois. Here is Forfar along that near side. McGinn, or excuse me, that was Ernsting. Spinning one out in front. Nicholas Backstrom-esque. Hit no orange and gray sweater. Instead, Collada is going to go the other way. 1-on-3 against Caprio. Puck is kept in there by number 12. That is Schurz. One hand on his stick. Couldn't get it that deep. On the near side, it's Forfar. With one job, he has to push it ahead of the neutral zone and does so. Duckman cuts it off. Right circle. Crossley Duckman fires and a glove save there by Ross. A rebound try, but off the outside of the cage. And oh, that's a dangerous play for Ross Lippick as his left leg buckled underneath him. But he seems to be okay. 17:20 into the third period. A bit slow to his skates, but I believe Ross, who's had some lower body issues in the past, seems to come away from this one healthy.
And I don't think Lippick meant to allow a rebound chance on that first original shot. It wasn't able to glove it, so that's why the second chance at the goal line was made possible.
Cristiano Simonetta with you. Stephen Cohn alongside Eric Fisher down at ice level. Illinois up 4-0 over the Illinois State Redbirds with under 3 minutes to go. Nolan goes up with it. Bauer off his right skate. And now for Mullally. On the far side, half-court stolen quickly. Grant Stuve, right circle. Now Colas, toe drag, out in front of Salk. And his shot was stifled there by a backing Melton. Salk's got the puck back. He's dumped to the ice there by Van Dyke, but keeps going. 2:15 left in the third period. 4-0 Illinois. And here is Jack Graham.
Melton's definitely been Illinois State's best defender all night long.
And Nolan chops one over the stick of Colas. Mullally angles one for Duckman. And this one goes all the way down the ice for icing as Van Dyke couldn't get his twig on it. 1:57 left in the third period. 4-0 Illinois.
You know, it's weird. I feel like in the past games with Illinois State, there's more of that feeling of a rivalry. That's what Bobby Denardi, Illinois State, said coach called this last year when he took the job with the Redbirds. And tonight, I just haven't really gotten that feeling. So we'll see tomorrow night if the intensity riles up a little bit.
Here's Moskalik. Score! Off the draw. Johnny on the spot. 1:53 left in the third period. 5-0 Illinois as he beat Hayton over the glove side.
Yeah, right off the draw. Just a great shot. Top shelf to the left of Hayden. Just a wonderful shot by John Moskowitz, and it's 5-0.
Yeah, I don't think anyone saw that shot coming, as they probably thought that Moskowitz was just going to take it along the boards. But no, he just turned around, quick fire, nice little wrist shot, and it just flies right by Mark Hayden, who didn't see it until it was way too late.
And Moskowitz, we haven't talked really about him that much as a freshman this year, but a really confident first-year player for this Illinois team.
Well, he kind of cooled off into the first 2 series, but you look at him now, 8th goal of the season. He had no points in his last 4 games, but he loves playing against the Redbirds. 4 points against them in Bloomington in late September. And now he gets a late goal with under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd period. And going back to your point, I was about to keep that going. The concept of a rivalry. Ken Hitchcock, the then head coach of the St. Louis Blues, was asked about the Blackhawks-Blues rivalry from a couple years ago, and Hitch said, there's no rivalry. A rivalry is when both teams can beat each other, and of course the Blues were struggling to beat the Blackhawks, so I think it's that same situation. Illinois has had their way with Illinois State being an independent team in Division I, where Illinois plays in the CSCHL, if not one of the toughest divisions. And now Sabo, 1 try, 2 tries, saved away by Hayton. But there's a disparity in terms of skill in both programs, but Illinois State not that far behind, as this is Nolan on the high circle, shoots one, blocked away, and now Joey Bauer, 1-on-1, 1:08 left in the 3rd. What will Ross do? He shoots, he fanned on that shot again. He missed wide, and now on the near side. It's shoveled there by Dickert. They're whacking away at it, and it's a whistle. But man, Ross Lippick looking up at that scoreboard, and you see 58.5 seconds left after not allowing a goal. Nonetheless.
Why would you say that?
What did I say?
You said nothing. You didn't say anything at all. Eric, what do you have to say?
I didn't say it.
He didn't say it.
No, I know.
Steven, play the game.
I'm playing the game.
And so is Ross, and he's played a big one. Illinois State keeping Hayton in the net. No 6-on-5 coming. It's 5-0 Illinois. Now left point, Dan Addy shoots one, looking for a low side deflection. That one stopped away by Lippick. And now Sabo going up for Moskowitz. 1-on-1 with push check. Here comes John. Oh, and a big hit there by Dan Addy. We're going to get a whistle. 43 seconds left in the 3rd period. Mash push check is a little slow to his own bench, but there is going to be a whistle here in the Illini. Maybe going to a power play as push check is going to get escorted off.
Hey, where was the trailer for Illinois in that play? It was just Moscow go by himself, the left circle. I thought someone else was going to be crossing the blue line at that point. He was just going to drop it off, maybe a shot for a goal, but no one there.
Yeah, it looked like there's just a line change, and just John Moskowitz took advantage of the opportunity just to maybe get his 2nd goal of the night. But yeah, the rest of his line mates were getting off the ice, but Moskowitz just decided to stay a little bit longer on there and try to get a good opportunity. And it looks like he just drew a power play for the Illini. Not that it probably really matters at this point in time.
Not just any power play, Eric, a major power play. So Illinois with 5 minutes of power play time, which means they could score as many goals as they want in the next 43 seconds. As Pushchek gets escorted an early shower.
Hey, I've been in those locker rooms. At least he gets in there first. Not that big, so he's probably happy he gets to the locker room first.
Pushchek gets a major for slashing. And the Illini go to work. Kendati, look for him to be a trigger man here. Doesn't get a lot of power play time. He is now. Ernsting, backdoor for Kendati, but the Redbirds knew what was coming, and they poke it out. 25 seconds left in the 3rd period.
Yeah, this is that garbage kind of moment, like where the walk-ons play, but it's club hockey, so no one's a walk-on.
And here is Ernsting. Maybe they call those skate-ons.
I like that.
I don't. Here's McKing looking for Ernsting. It's late in the game. 7 seconds left. Bobby, one last shot. And he wanted to defer to Turek. And 3-2-1. And Illinois wins 5-0. And guess what, Eric Fisher? Ross Lippick gets the shutout. He improves to 3-0 on the season. But Illinois, more importantly, get their 3rd straight win.
This is his first career shutout. I believe he had one in an exhibition game against the Chicago Cougars last year in 2016 as a freshman. And now he gets a shutout. But a great overall game by Illinois. Offense, defense, helping out their goaltender. Just Ross Lippick didn't make any mistakes. Made some nice plays away from the crease. But Illinois, they get a few goals from Bobby Ernst, one from Evan Sabo, and just a nice overall outing.
Unofficially, Ross Lippick gets a 20-save shutout. Illinois pounded 40 shots on the Redbirds. We'll go down to ice level. Eric Fisher is with Illini hockey head coach Nick Fabrini.
Coach, 5-0 win here tonight, but I want to take you back to that second period, that 2-on-1 goal with James and Bobby. Cristiano caught you smiling on that one. What was your overall reaction to that?
I mean, it was a great goal. It started with forcing a turnover in the neutral zone and using our speed and skating to create that turnover. So, you know, we talk all the time about playing with effort and energy and letting the skill take over after that, and I thought that was a great example of it. It started with effort and ended with a high skill play.
Ross Lippick, who's been out of commission here for a little bit now, but he comes out his first game back and gets a shutout. I mean, that has to be nice to get out your backup goaltender.
Yeah, his hips have been bothering him lately, but he looked good in practice all week and definitely earned a start tonight and did a great job, made some huge saves.
All right, Coach, and what needs to happen tomorrow to make that 2 straight sweeps?
I'm sorry, one more time?
What needs to happen tomorrow to make that 2 straight sweeps these last 2 weekends?
We need to bring another effort that way we did tonight. I thought we started a little sluggish and slowed down a little bit at times, but we need to come out and push the pace for a full 60 minutes tomorrow.
All right, thank you, Coach. Back to Cristiano and Steven up in the treehouse.
No jokes. Give me a joke.
You.
Whoa.
Wow.
And that'll be it for Eric Fisher's comedic stand of the night. We'll see him tomorrow night. Cristiano Simonetta with you. Stephen Cohn alongside. Illinois wins 5-0 over the Redbirds. Not that much doubt if you're a fan or a player or a coach for Illinois. But Illinois State, they hung around there for probably the first half of the game. Moving forward, though, how does Illinois take that last bit of hope and just step down on it? And that's what they try and do in games at home especially.
Oh, you just saw, like, they're trying to get actual shots, I feel, and they're not just being selfish. You saw the Loslaw redirect where Tyler Opelka somehow scored a goal. You're seeing them just be aggressive off the draw with John Moskluk. That's how you scored goals late in games. You just got to create your own chances, and I feel like at the beginning of the game, they were kind of waiting for Illinois State to hold them into opportunities, and at the end, it was just Illinois doing it all for themselves.
3 stars of the game. Rattle them off quickly.
Bobby Ernst, obviously number 1. 2 goals, could have been 3 if you got that penalty shot. Second one, Ross Lippick. First career regular game shutout. And third, let's go with Evan Sabo getting the goal against his former team.
Bobby Ernst gets the GWG. He now leads this Illini team in points with 28 so far in 26 games. For Eric Fisher, Stephen Cohn, Danielle Williams, on the board operator at WPGU. The only reason we're on is because of her. We thank her a lot. I'm Cristiano Simonetta. We'll see you tomorrow night. Illinois versus the Redbirds, 7 p.m. Be there.